All right, we are live, everybody. First off, at the top of this, while we wait for some people to get into the chat here, I'm going to remind everybody to cast their gaze this direction, down and to the right, and check out our guest for the evening, Dr. Jordan Stokes.
Are you going to, like, drag the window up?
Drag. We're going to, like, pull it.
We'll put him in Karen's spot since she's late. Yeah, check that out. You're Karen now, Jordan.
It didn't really work. Okay.
Karen said maybe chat only.
Yeah, she's chat only.
Oh, she's chat only tonight? Okay.
We can have a Jordan-shaped Karen for now.
Jordan-shaped Karen.
It's a very weird
All right,
sentence.
I'm extremely excited about this. This was a lot of people's game of the year last year. And I initially missed it because November, December releases are difficult for me because of Christmas purchasing of everything else for my family. And so
yeah, right.
I did not quite get it in time, and we did not get to it as a stream in time as a result.
That's okay.
And no, we can't play everything, right? But a combination of folks, Jordan is one of them. John Robert Matz reached out to me and asked when we were going to do this because it was so good that we kind of had to do it, he said.
Oh, wow.
And so a number of folks have been excited for this. And now I'm going to...
So you're saying if we do more than 1 week of this, we could get John Robert on with us again?
Probably not GDC week right now.
Not GDC week, but like,
you know,
like
the
a
world is
different...
busy.
I'm saying if we do another... Because this is not a short game. Like
It is not. But I suspect he's
week.
going to be busy through VGMCon. So we'll probably have moved on by then. This
Summer.
period is a terrible time for industry folks.
Come back to it later.
I do want to give one shout out. The year anniversary of poor Laura and Travia being our keynote speaker last year and immediately going to GDC the day after.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What a time.
Yeah, she likes us, it turns out. All right.
She still likes us after that. That's the miracle.
Us all over to the left. We're going to get going with this game here. I'm extremely excited about Metaphor ReFantazio. And I apologize in advance that you all get Frog Ryan with all of the disadvantages of frog form and none of the advantages.
The advantages. Sorry,
frog form.
I'm really tired, so I'm just laughing.
Comparisons to Kermit.
12,000%.
Friendship with Toad.
All the benefits therein.
Yeah, trying to like think what those are.
Swimming really well, right?
Okay.
That's the thing.
Yeah, so... For folks that don't know, Atlas is the Persona people.
Yes, and right before we get going here, I also want to take 1 minute, make sure it's positioned where it's supposed to be. There it is. And I want to relink our fundraiser for
I donated, right?
Starlight.
I did.
Starlight!
I think I did that right away just so I wouldn't forget.
Yes, you did. You're good.
Oh, I have not yet. Because it started without me. But it's okay, because I have a t-shirt. Oh, I should wear it. Damn it. It's over there.
Did your t-shirt come?
It came, and it's from the same zip code as Neil's parents. It's like a small town outside of Richmond, so I'm gonna go there.
That's
get more
fun.
t-shirts.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know how this works. Okay.
All right.
Is there sound? Am I just staring at something that says Atlas?
You're just staring at something right now. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Yep. And actually, we're going to lose that one more time because I want to see the chat and engage with everybody, which means it needs to be in a real window. There we go.
For those of you who are cool and only here for Metaphor or only here for Jordan, Starlight Children's Foundation, we help them run a fundraiser almost every year at this point. And they bring in cool stuff in children's cancer
I trust this will suffice.
wards, essentially.
God smiles upon the generous.
Sounds like an old-timey way of saying that.
Away with you!
Yeah, but
Sorry, I didn't realize this was going to start during my...
Gaming, board games, customized hospital gowns, that kind of thing.
Making stuff fun for them.
A land
So we like
grotesque
to
as its people.
donate.
You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Yeah, right.
We're starting with some anime nonsense.
That dream died.
this is anime nonsense.
I think it's just never going to
Are
stop.
we gonna kill him and then he gets isekai'd to another world? Is that what's happening right now? He's totally getting isekai'd, right?
Perish alongside you.
I don't know.
I've looked up
so.
nothing about this.
I think he just
I'm
dies.
like, is that Iyashike? Is that the same? Is it cute?
No.
Gonna just do that forever now, like a dad.
No, isekai is literally
Gotta be dead.
they die or get killed in our world, and they get reincarnated in a different world.
Like the Chopin game where he wakes up in an anime.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
That's a very common trope in anime.
Very
The
common.
blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt.
But no,
And some
this
of them
guy's
are,
just
are
dead.
getting real out there.
What has
Joe was
become of
watching
the
one.
magic?
Thus vulnerable.
Joe watched
an
one where the
invasion
person
might
got
undo us.
reincarnated as a
From
vending
within
machine
or
in the other
without,
world.
The state hangs on a precipice.
Yes, excellent.
It may
No,
even
but-
come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Oh, I like the
You're
sound
ever
recording.
doing
on
I
this.
like this robe.
Okay.
Who could
I would
do
wear
this?
that. That's very Egyptian.
Like
Few
Sun
could even enter
Ra.
the king's chambers,
Yeah.
let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
Himself.
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such
He's wearing
atrocity?
stirrup pants over his boots. I'm just saying.
Luis.
A shame
The fashion
to
in this
die
game is
with no
extremely
heirs.
on point.
The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One
How
has
come
to
these
ask,
politicians can't put
them
two and
dead.
two together and figure out
We
this
shall
dude
take
killed the
throne.
king?
He's wearing white, Ryan.
Okay, but like you make a list of who can access the bedroom, right? And then you start
Right.
crossing names off the list. Like you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes here.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for donating. Yeah, we never set a high goal because like we're all not like high earners in our fields. We're like grad students and adjuncts and early career professors. So we're just like excited to support them even with
There's
a
a
little bit.
fascinating. Sorry, I have to talk about this music. There's a fascinating
Yeah.
disjunct between what we're seeing and what we're hearing. That is almost
Dude.
to the point of disturbing, and I'm kind of in love with it.
There's a lot going on, and like the so-called chanting.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
This is more what we expected.
So if I think
Poster
that guy
came
at
up
the
before
beginning
director. Sorry.
is
That was-
a Buddhist priest, actually.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait, the voice was actually a Buddhist priest.
that's a cool logo.
Metaphor, yeah.
That's
All
a
right.
really good font use.
I love that we have just now hit the title screen of this thing. I love everything about this experience.
That's a good title screen. Look at that.
$100 away from reaching our goal, actually, Starlight people from Starlight.
We're what?
Starlight.
How far away?
$5 away. From reaching our goal. So thank you, folks.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. Sorry, I had to plug and replug my controller. It was not working, and I was having like an existential crisis about it. We're good though.
I've been having those all week.
Ooh, art.
You
So-
always know these games.
Game
are gonna
already.
be
I
good.
love the
can
juxtaposition
feel
of the
you
chant
watching
with the
from a
modern
place beyond my
technology.
sight.
Like, I did not expect a car, for instance, based on the opening cutscene.
It fit what we were.
Final Fantasy 8.
Whoever you are,
It fit our
please
expectations,
tell me.
and now it's
Does
subverting,
our
right?
world
Yeah,
pique
yeah.
your interest? Pardon my curiosity,
Scheming man.
but would you tell me your name?
Probably a reliable
to say-
narrator.
Tell me who you
Right.
really are.
Seems legit.
The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Alright. We can put my name this time since I made Julianne be the person for Dragon Quest III.
What about Streamy?
Our in-game protagonist will be Streamy,
Oh, okay.
right?
Oh, I see.
What do you mean, please correct the entry? I'm not hitting F for that. Get out of here.
These white splotches,
Your name is indeed Ryan.
Yeah,
Seems like they're judging you.
yeah.
Most
no.
unusual.
Right?
They are.
And I've
They're
never
judging
heard
you.
in the whole world. would
That's
suggest
also
to
a
me
trope.
you might
Like, oh,
reside
really?
in a world beyond.
In a world beyond ours. This is sounding like an
It
easy
is a
guy.
curious
Just
thing.
saying.
I do like the font, by the
My
way. I agree with
entire
Anthony
world
Dennis
is
here.
but the dawn of a story yet untold.
A serif font gives
Or to put it
a
another
little bit
way,
of Dark Souls.
this
It's
is
very
a
literary,
fantasy.
right?
But can it truly be dismissed
But
as
I'm,
Sans
I'm
serif is
always
very,
looking
like,
for a good font to
internet.
put into the Pixel Remaster Final Fantasy games because the default font sucks there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If
Wait,
indeed
we had a
lot
you
of
wish to
conversation
cross to
about
our
that.
world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a
I'm not here to do this
creation?
type of research. I'm off the clock.
I was gonna say, is this
No,
a
I
theor-
know.
is
I
it-
just got so
are you a
tired.
theorist or a musicologist here?
I just got so exhausted.
Right? Not
Give me a
always.
minute.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction.
This guy has like infinite
Something
jest on his
capable of
bedside
affecting
table.
realities beyond its bounds. This
When
must be what
I
you
was
believe.
playing this, I had thought that it was like, okay, so metaphor ReFantazio, so it's like metaphor fantasized again or something.
Sure,
But
right.
then the way that it is in the title screen with the re is on its own line,
Yeah.
and then this like what is
My own
fantasy anyways?
answer
Like, oh, so
still
this is
eludes
metaphor like Ray regarding Fantasio.
Right, right. The traditional memo sense of the word.
Smart.
But consider
Forward, re, forward.
Also, it's the
Transformed
douchiest
from
thing
hope.
possible to say, my
A
own
desire
answer to the
make
question
world
eludes
better
me.
than it is.
Like,
Yeah.
contribute to the conversation, my
You know what
man.
that reminds me of? Have y'all seen that clip
Green
of Twiggy getting interviewed by Woody
Then that
Allen,
hope
where
can
he
be
asks
made
her like,
Yes.
like about
Yes.
you know, thoughts
Does
on
change
what matters and who her favorite philosopher
thus
is,
is
and she's
fantasy
basically like, I'm
forged
17, I
into
don't
a
know. So
new
she's like,
reality.
who's yours? And he goes, all of
Perhaps
them.
the
And she's like, well,
story
can you
about to
name one? Because I
unfold
just said I
before
don't
you
know any of
tell
them.
us.
A little.
I'm
And he has no
interested
answer,
now
like,
myself.
He
yeah.
can't do it, no,
No,
because he has
first
not
get-
done the reading. Right?
Yeah.
So-
It was so good.
Let this tale be.
That's what that is giving.
Okay, I have to admit,
Oh, just
I have come to
Or just decide.
despise difficulty selections like this.
Oh, Ryan. Okay, Andrew's suggesting Comic Sans as the replacement
Story.
font for you.
No, I don't want that.
Storyteller, easy,
No,
normal.
Andrew's wrong.
How about
It's
the
always
parents?
like
That's classic.
something vaguely toxic masculinity, but Regicide is like equal. It's like that's not that gendered. Equal opportunity kill the.
Right, regicide is not gendered. You can kill the queen.
Yeah.
I played
Yeah.
chess, right? Like,
Looks like we're in the clear.
Checkmate.
The capital's just through this desert.
Ooh, heterochromia.
I was just
king
about
is
to remark
dead.
on it. Yeah.
Aye, and the guards are more concerned with
She's
the
actually
funerals
David
than
Bowie
keeping the
isekai
roads
to
safe.
another world.
So now the monsters are roaming in broad
I bet that
daylight.
has
no
nothing to do with
soldiers
anything.
To stop 'em.
I think maybe David Bowie was isekai to
I've
another
certainly
world.
been hearing the stories.
I think
To
we
say
were the
nothing
world
of
he
the
was
vacant
isekai to.
throne.
Let's be real.
There's
Yeah.
a storm coming. Mark my words.
I think
That
it's already
much
happened
is
once.
certain.
Probably would happen again.
Moved on.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Here, here.
let's
Nothing
see some
matters than
respect for the
exploding chaos.
militia!
Aren't we all right now?
Us folk, we're commoners!
We indoctrinated
No
you?
crown on turns.
Yeah, I feel good about that actually, Anthony
But Lord
Dennis.
Luis will save
Wow.
us one and all.
As long as it was
All we
8,
ask
then
is
I'm
a
okay
little
with
tribute.
it.
You're with us or against
I
us?
love that ridiculous
And
Ben
if
Starr
you're
ad where
against
he's like,
us-
Final Fantasy VIII is so sexy.
I know. He's so right. Please marry me.
An igniter? Ugh. How'd they get one of those?
Cloud would use Palatino. Squall is very Garamond energy. Yeah.
The original, like,
I can't
wannabe
argue with
Shakespeare font from Final Fantasy IX is really fun, but they took it out in the PC release.
It's too bad. I hate when they
Look at you.
do
What we got
fonts
here?
dirty in gaming.
He's an elder.
It's true.
So he is. No old, no
Palatino the Cloud. Yeah.
Filthy gremlin
See, is
like
Elda a thing, or is that just
What you got,
like a
a
Cockney way of
capital?
saying elder?
Yeah, I don't know.
you. Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy.
It's a book.
Full of money.
Oh, I want
It
him to
has
get
a- it has,
angry
like, a
and fight
diary
over the
lock on
book.
it,
That's
though.
my type of character
You weren't
here.
getting that open.
Zapped.
Yep, yep,
Aw,
right.
I miss those days.
And did they work? If you had
Listen
siblings,
to us,
absolutely not. Not in the slightest. They could pop them open with their finger. But you felt like your secrets were secure.
Fall in line.
Yes, Guy was absolutely zapting that.
Adding our
Great.
You drew steel.
battle music
I take
rhythm.
it you are prepared to die by it.
Basically, CEO, but for RPGs.
I'm wondering how long of a cutscene before I have to touch the controller, right? That's my favorite metric in games.
Please
There's a lot of exposition we gotta get through.
40-minute cutscene.
And we're supposed to be like, how are these things connected?
The record
like,
for that,
all
by the
these
way,
random.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is 36 minutes.
This place already
That's
feels like
long
a death trap.
intro.
You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis
We're coming up on
saving
like
us?
15 minutes here,
Hey,
right?
you
You know,
okay?
throw in a transformation
Still got all
sequence or
your
two,
limbs
and that's a
attached?
full episode of an anime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, at least they didn't
Though we
figure out our
are
mission.
in engine now.
Definitely
so.
could have gone worse.
Gallica.
We have Iyashikade, no,
What
Isekai'd into
Isekai.
engine.
That's right.
Come on. This is no
Wish
time
I mean,
Adrian
for
Gallica
jokes.
here might be pretty
You
Iyashikei.
do
We'll
know that
see.
if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right?
Gallica, is
The
she
mission's
chicken?
more
Is
important
she a
than
little
either
chicken
of our
fairy?
lives. If we screw this up, there's
I
no
love
going
etymology.
back.
I
But
really like the trope of the annoying fairy sidekick, which is absolutely a thing.
it's always that haircut too, no matter what time.
Yeah,
what
it
year.
is. And
Fairies
no
have,
game
like-
has ever done that better, though again, I've not played this one. Bravely
Think we'll make
Default
it?
for the 3DS has the best fairy sidekick of all fairy sidekicks.
Do you think it's like a Napoleon complex where they're tiny and so they're sassy to make up for it?
I don't know.
Very Peter Pan Tinkerbell
Yeah.
situation.
Let's go.
Yeah. I like the idea of like using Napoleon complex for the fairies, which we tend to just think of as like
Watch out!
I grew up with a friend who ended up
Net.
being a filmmaker major. So he was like Mr. Film
Okay.
Guy, and we watched Hook in high school, and he had seen it before. But we get to the end of the movie, and the credits are rolling, and
Strong
he had
one.
never realized
Gotta
that
be
Tinkerbell
careful.
was played by Julia Roberts. And
really?
that was Julia Roberts. I'm like, she's not even in like a weird like prosthetic face,
yeah.
you
You
know?
look pretty tough. Careful
Very
now.
clearly Julia Roberts.
Yeah,
That's
very
cool.
clearly Julia.
Okay.
Could not be more Julia Roberts.
What button is my mini map?
Oh my God, Ryan.
Wasn't a weird accent.
17 minutes.
Biblically accurate Cockney accent, Anthony Dennis
There we
music.
go. I don't actually want to talk about the map. I just wanted to figure out where I was supposed to go. We're good though.
I like the motion lines.
Look.
These games are so stylized. It's wonderful.
Yeah, Atlas games always have that going for them. Like the art style is impeccable.
Yeah, and they're just so their own thing. They're so recognizable.
Yep, watching like the color grading right there shift in real time,
Just checking.
like sublime.
But you do remember what we're here to do, right?
I do not know.
Right.
Yeah, she was
What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know.
She
The
was,
mission that's
uh,
more important than our own lives.
biatch apparently. Although I never know what to believe about like
First,
stories
we
and
get to
women
the
about
Royal
women in
Capital
film.
and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the Army's
You mean
recruitment
like
center.
Blake Lively and It Ends With
This
Us?
could decide the fate of the whole country.
Yeah, although
We
like
either
the
do our
Julia
jobs,
Roberts
or we
stories,
die.
there's like too
And if
many
it's
of them
all
for
the
not
same
them
to
not
you,
to be real.
I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on.
I
You know
didn't
what
even
some-
watch
you
the
know what they
movie,
say.
but I have
I can at least cast my
passively paid
youth.
attention to all of the fallout around the marketing and then now the
Right.
lawsuit. And I don't even follow.
Wait.
these
This is
I love that her
Brandon
magic spell is
moment.
playing
It says those
inspirational music
and lives.
to the guy.
Is that her singing?
Yeah. Are we supposed to believe that?
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
Okay,
Oh, screenshot that, y'all.
That's excellent. I
She
should have
starts dancing.
screenshotted it. Oh well.
So
Look.
good.
Over there.
What is happening in this? I need to have done research on this game with this music.
I thought about
Let's go.
pulling up the soundtrack and doing a cursory
What?
listen, and I decided, nope, I'm gonna come to this fresh.
This is a ridiculous random field music track, I have to say. I kind of love it.
Yeah, is this like just continuing from the exposition, or is this the field music?
No. Looks like they
Is
I'm
this
gonna
the
guess
field
this is
music?
not always going to be the field music, that this is just like launching us into the narrative field
Yeah.
music.
Okay. Well, it's as if the music is playing in my mind, but could it also be playing in the field?
And look, here we
Oh.
shifted modalities again. Right?
Yeah.
Demogorgon shit.
This land of 8
I wonder what happened to the
tribes and
Demogorgon
3
that they had at
nations,
Side
all
Quest.
blessed by the power
They auctioned
of
all that
magic.
stuff off when they closed.
The
Somebody must have
United
bought it and like put
Kingdom
it in
of
their house.
Euphronia. The year is 785. Euphronia is shaken
I
to the
love that
core
they
by
give
the
us a
sudden
year
death of
for a
its king.
non-Earth timeline, like we're supposed to
Anxiety
care.
breeds dissent
Right.
among the tribes.
Does Uchronia just mean good times?
Disparities
Like,
tear them apart.
again, I'm in my
And no
etymology
mortal
here already.
mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built.
It's the year is like confounding though, right? Because like we're in a world here that's like kind of medieval but also kind of 19th century, and then they give you like the year 700 something,
And
which
there's
doesn't
like
fit
the
for either.
Oregon Trail happening right here.
Yeah, the covered
Yeah,
wagons.
but like, there's no way to mark time relative to a fictionalized history you know nothing about, right?
Yeah.
Except that it is year 785 implies that there's 700 years of history that somebody here unpacks. Like, this place is clearly big enough to have books and a librarian, right?
This game definitely has books and a librarian. Stay posted.
Just look.
Oh, they spelled woe correctly. Okay, I'm in.
Right?
Somebody
I'm
text
tired
Karen.
of WOAH.
Me too. Thank you. Whoa, ah! Oh, nice. Look at this European. Again, that, you know, medieval 19th century, the kind of gothic aesthetic.
I like the
It,
pan.
it hits
test a
hard in
couple.
our JRPGs.
Embracing.
Right?
Embracing by a hanging, apparently. Cool. What a good date spot.
There's a really weird juxtaposition between the random couple, like, about to get it on, and the hanging in the same 5-second view window.
This feels, correct.
You will hang by the neck until death.
Yeah, because also the British accent, I mean, it's all in that pocket. We are Arthurian,
There's no
vaguely
way that crowd
Arthurian.
was going to listen to anything a Parabus said.
I'm not saying I wanted that to be a more
Such a
realistic
shame.
hanging.
Might you? Special
You only
That
heard the
was-
rope, you didn't
That
hear
was
the neck.
surprisingly tame.
Bless you. Oh,
Normally there's like a more violent snap. Or that doesn't go properly and
Yeah.
struggle in
Any
its
street
quite
smarts?
visceral and
Come on,
disturbing.
kid.
Criterion correction.
Our protagonist dude is like vacant, vapid expression
We're not
right now.
tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
I love the idea of sitting with your legs
Right.
crossed while flying.
You notice back on the wagon? You might be the only Elder here in the whole city.
Oh, it is a word, Elda.
Yeah.
Maybe that explains the heterochromia. Like
Maybe.
maybe only the
Final
Elda have it.
Fantasy VII
Capital's
bullshit.
incredible.
Yeah.
Just look at all the different tribes.
This sounds like
Not
capital
that it's very
music.
balanced.
Right, the brass
Honestly,
is
more
very
from Mars
Yeah,
or
there's
imperialist.
South
brass.
than anyone else. Which means a
Yeah,
dope
the
Elder
mix
kid's
of
gonna
trends
stick out with a
happening,
sore
we're
thumb.
in a lot of eras
Try to keep your head
simultaneously.
down, okay?
The fashion is giving a lot of
Hey.
different eras.
Did you hear what they're
Like
saying?
the protagonist has almost a swinging 60s thing going on, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the woman that had like the
It was
zigzag
told.
dress, but then
I
another
heard
woman
it
walked
was
past in
foul
like a
play.
tartan.
Shh.
Yeah.
Careful who hears you say that.
Worrywart lady, that's me.
But it's just like
No,
I
I'm
wish
sorry,
The
you're
writer's very,
gossipy.
like,
I
I don't know, 19th century coded.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to
Hello,
deal with them.
Slurgy, and
Hi,
The
friend.
army's really gone to hell.
Sandslash.
Hi,
Far cry
Slurgy
from
and
when we
Tina.
had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can
We've
come back
been
from this.
talking about the music,
Occasionally.
but also just about the vibes, which is music actually.
Not
Yeah.
have to ask.
Yes,
It's
There's
vibrations
a lot
in
of
the air.
vibes to have here, honestly.
Oh, hi, Brandon. I did call you out when we got to that scene with the music playing
The
in
king dead,
the mind.
his son stricken.
Little
Are there
scholar, that's
none
also
left
me.
to bear the weight of the
Everywhere.
crown? We've done all
Is he-
in our power.
Is he
As
Duning?
an
Not
elderly
even the
woman, is that
kingdom's
me?
Best. The saint could purify
Oh
this
yeah, that
affliction.
the face.
Wow.
Over 10 years
That is
he
how
has
I look.
languished
No,
under
not
this
you, David.
curse.
Oh, I was
How
trying to
much
copy her
longer
face.
can his body hold
With
out?
that sort of thing.
No doubt his highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice.
I love the barbs on that magical binding looking thing.
Also, the dissonance that got introduced
For
right
the
as those
man who
appeared.
cursed his
Hello.
highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now.
And the little, like,
there is no one else to
whole
turn
Tony.
to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver this?
It must be magic.
Is your
It's got a
mission.
raised forth.
Now, are we
Nate
supposed to
the
believe that
Simpsons.
as they're like standing over the fallen prince there, the fairy's like, let me put on my background music spell.
Right.
We'll just assume these are all her.
I guess I can't blame
I
you for feeling
want a
nostalgic.
background music spell, incidentally.
Anyway,
I would have
getting
used
to the
heck
capital
out of
was
that.
only the beginning. Now comes the real high stakes part.
Didn't ThinkGeek used to
You gotta go get
sell a
enlisted.
shirt that
So
you
you
could
can-
like program
Remember,
like different
Nobody here knows who we are.
clips
Nobody
into
here
so
knows
that
the
you could
prince
walk
might
around and
still
have your
have
own
a claim to
background
the
music?
throne. That means if we get busted,
Back in the
that's
day
it.
when that
That's
still
actually
existed.
Nobody's
too
gonna save us.
gimmicky.
Washing it's a
Step
pain because
one.
you have to take the
Let's figure
electronics
out where
out
the
of the like
recruiting center
pocket that
is.
they sit in and then
Shouldn't be
like
too
wash
hard.
the shirt.
Bold of you to think people that would buy that would wash their clothes.
So,
Touche,
Yeah.
Julianne.
What's no in town? Cool.
The year that I went as Duck Hunt, the game, for Halloween, I actually had on my phone
I
like,
don't-
the sounds from the game and I would play
That is
them.
fun.
Never mind. There we go. We don't have
Very
to run all the
interactive.
time. That's good. Okay.
Oh, I love the
Elder?
pissed. I mean, psst. But pissed. Hey, chat.
You
Pissed.
little bastard, you.
Little bastard.
If
Yeah,
I
there's a
may.
lot going on. I like how this game mixes like completely uninspired music with like the wildest, most interesting
Yeah.
music you've ever heard in your life. So far,
So are you saying that you're not all about this track right now?
it's giving generic capital theme that I've
Look at
heard
that.
20 years
You
ago.
know that now.
Final Fantasy like 9 or
Yeah.
something.
You gotta impress
Yeah,
me.
Which is
Those
fine. I
spells
love
of
Final
the
Fantasy 9.
masters
We have
I
talked
have
about this
things.
today.
That's me, by the
And
way.
I don't
I'm
mean
window
uninspired
shopper.
means bad.
Always
I
looking at
guess
stuff.
that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter.
It's giving generic
So many
capitalism.
Now I want one for myself.
Late stage.
Yeah, until you see
This
the
is a
price
slightly
tag.
earlier stage.
Can't imagine
Okay, so
what
we
it's
also
like
have
having to
we have
wave
like
around some shiny stick to use magic.
the
Me?
Greeky
I can
columns
without magic
are not a
anytime
clue
I
to
want.
any era, right?
One
Because we've
never
hit one of the
sees.
themes in this weird
fairy and an
appreciation of all
elven
arts
child.
classes I'm teaching is that
Are you
neoclassicism
new
happens
to
in
our
every
fair
single
city?
era. So
Huh.
Well,
Which
I
neoclassicism
suggest
are
you
you
keep a low
Well.
profile. Trust me when I...
Okay, shady
but I'm
woman.
getting ahead of myself.
but then we have like a very cool
Oh,
Shady
modern
Woman
runs the
modern
shop.
Here's
building
something
behind
that
her.
might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after
Igniter.
the
Oh
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
you can tell
Awesome.
she's the shop owner.
And would
This
make the
large,
perfect
biggest
souvenir.
thing I sell, and therefore the most expensive thing I sell, is what you need.
Is that a rib cage?
Yeah, I don't know.
That looks like a rib cage
How
around
much
the
is
like
it?
thing in the
You're
center.
not really going to. How would you even know what the royals?
Oh yeah, it does.
You've really never heard of it.
A symbol and instrument of the
Yeah,
crown's
that's
sovereignty,
totally a rib cage.
passed
is.
down through generations. More practically, you might call
Yeah,
it
now
the
that we're
world's
shopping, we
most
really are.
potent magic
I'm gonna skip through
igniter.
most of this dialogue.
Now
We don't
he's
need to wait
dead.
for everything here.
But no,
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of... You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here.
You know what? You should
There's
help me out by
trouble
giving me the large ribcage staff, free of charge.
Reminding me of another Julia
A word of
Roberts
caution,
movie.
then.
No, of course not.
well, that was unnecessary.
Wait,
Anyway,
which one?
you don't have time to hang around.
Pretty woman.
Oh.
She's like, get out of here.
Right? She knows we don't have any money. She's
What's
just
that there?
messing with us.
Give it a forward, I say. Who else could it be?
Let's go see.
No, I want to
Give it a
gossip with
forward,
these
I
people.
say. Who else could it be?
I like the practice of unimportant commentary on the left, important subtitles bottom center.
Yeah.
Right? Was FF7 Remake the first game to do that, and now we're seeing it being borrowed by others like this?
I was gonna say,
All
it's
right.
giving FF7 remake, yeah.
It's such a good idea, though, in terms of accessibility.
Really now?
Alright, let's go to
It's
the
also like when a
recruitment
character is named Unpleasant Guard, you know that they probably don't have anything super important to say.
scene. I know, but like, how can you resist Unpleasant Guard?
No, I wasn't saying that you shouldn't do it. I just feel like as a design
be the
thing,
recruitment
naming
center.
the characters who need names is nice.
I'll let you take it.
It's true. Or I mean,
It
the
should be pretty
practice of like they
straightforward.
get names when you realize they're important. Like Shady Woman became Cool Merchant Person Lady. Well, whatever it was, I forgot.
Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. Good luck in there.
Great. I will be honest. I don't know anything about anybody. I'm stupid.
right. Okay,
Therefore, I'm
you got
enlisting.
this.
Oh, wait. Here we go.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no
I love
place
that guy's
for
face.
velvet swaddled lordlings. Why
I love
do you-
haughty as an adjective as well.
Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that
Hey,
it?
I feel like this kid weighs like nothing.
Seems a
How can you say
strange
that?
measure for a soldier's worth.
Speak for yourself.
I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service.
Man, what a
of your
recruitment
country.
tactic there.
I was gonna say, I feel like
Mark my words. War
Go
will
ahead.
turn your arrogance to
Nobody in this world
piss.
knows how to make a sail,
When your
right?
corpse is
The
raised
Igniter
from the
merchant
mud,
lady is like,
to
you know,
try
Like,
to
royal
look
magic without a king.
patriotic.
You shouldn't be here.
it's a negging
Right.
strategy, maybe. I don't know. That's the only thing I could think
Words,
of.
Captain. You think threats
I
will buy
like will
loyalty?
turn your arrogance
wonder
to
nobody
piss, by the
respects
way.
the
Like, I
Guard
don't
anymore.
even know what that's supposed to communicate.
But I'm here now, so
I like
perhaps
the
the
vibe of
kingdom
it.
isn't a
Yeah.
lost cause.
Especially because we would call an arrogant person a pissant already. Like, that's the wording. So,
Insolent pup!
Yeah.
You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece.
also, if the first task my new boss gave me was, get the fuck out of here. I mean, what would you do with that?
All right, next.
Cry.
Hurry it up. An elder. Age 18. An orphan, too.
Okay, the
The
quiet
army
part
could
out
always
loud
use
here.
more of those. So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to buy the magic staff.
I need the money.
I'm just bored.
Pragmatic,
So bored.
if nothing else.
Right.
But I suppose a vagrant like you could use the work. So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
Oh, now wait, a question for Jordan here, because I think you've played more here. Am I choosing a class without choosing a class here?
Yeah, it's not much. You're getting like an extra skill point.
Okay.
I'm not that much further in, but I think the way that this works is that pretty much anybody can be pretty much anything if you just sort of level them right.
always been
pretty
lucky.
I asked for your skill. Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Cool. Streamy. Yeah.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
I actually like the acknowledgement that, like, the default assumption is illiteracy, which suggests something about the state of the society.
I'm sure you
right?
heard about the monster sightings. Stay sharp, Hunter. We're short-handed as it is. Be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment.
Sorry.
You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard is
Laughing and
guardsman
crying
armor and
10,000%
item.
more
Kingdom
than
property.
I have been
So if you
lately.
break
You know,
it,
I will
it's
say
coming
I
out
have
of your
gotten some
commission.
absolutely tremendous papers this semester that, like, make me feel good
On your
about
way now.
teaching
Up
this
to-
term.
Next.
Good. Yeah, no, I wasn't speaking to students. I was just speaking to the state of things, generally.
These are doing alright.
And not just because I have one in the chat.
I do think morale is low.
Oh, yeah. That's across the board. I like fight. We fight to see who has less morale, the professor or the student.
Yeah.
A state of eggs. Fuck eggs. Sorry.
You know what's really
Thanks for
funny?
really just
I
laughing
don't
at
stop
that.
for fast food breakfast
I know,
every
didn't
day, but I teach early on Thursdays, and my kid's spring break started today and goes through all next week. So it was just me in the car, and I said, I'm going to have my bagel sandwich and coffee on the way there.
Yeah.
So I stopped at Bigby Coffee, and I ordered the egg sandwich with a sausage, and I found out after that's now $2 more
Because of the eggs.
than just the turkey bagel with no egg.
Well,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I split an egg sandwich with my little one the other day, and then we met a friend at a
Let's hurry.
playground. It was good though. It was scrambled eggs and avocado and like a chipotle aioli and
Okay,
microgreens.
this is the first RPG that I've ever played where you actually have to get in the line and wait.
I heard they get sightings.
Yeah.
what of those huge monsters?
I'm trying to think
What do
of
they
anything
call them?
else except.
Something like
Well, Final
human-
Fantasy VIII is a lot of waiting since that's on the top of my mind, but not quite like this.
Chrono Trigger's can be waiting for
Next.
tomorrow at the beginning.
Yeah,
of
that's
time.
true.
Another Clamar. Wait. No.
There's
Hmm.
another game I
Surely
played
not.
where you have to wait.
An Elder.
Like it's like a DMV,
It's the first
but
of
it's
your
an
kind I've
RPG.
seen.
Was it like a what was that game? Was it just Final
A
Fantasy?
DMV, God no, I don't want to play that.
I know it was like
Move
the
it.
worst part of this
The
game.
worst. Simulator.
around here. We're roaming squires and children with igniters
Isn't there a level in Braid where you
Wasted
have to
good
just sort of like
Yes,
leave it running for 5 hours while a cloud
Yes.
very
There
slowly
is, yes.
moves? Yeah.
I don't think you have to, but
no,
that's
you
how
do
it
have
is.
to. That's the only way. It's
No,
because the
not.
cloud
It's all
moves.
Braid.
The cloud moves a pixel a minute. And if you want to get the secret star that reveals the princess is actually the atomic bomb because Jonathan Blow is insane and hates everybody, you
We'll say
must
it.
wait 4 or 5 hours for that level.
Okay, so you don't have to do it.
Brute force.
Crude
I'm saying, like,
insolence.
I-
You don't
The
have
world
to
is
play the
yours
game
for
at all.
Played the whole
taking.
game without
Right.
having to do it. I didn't know about that though.
Care to say that again, boy? We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, that me getting pinged on Discord?
You
Thank
think your
you.
pretty words will measure up to pure Rousseau strength?
Rousseau.
Julianne, you
Oh,
complimenting my
forget the
lit
tribes.
reviews. I'm actually
This is
building
a
a
matter
new
of
one right
pride.
now.
Now,
And
Were you
you
inspired by
bolstered me.
an
Yeah.
apology.
You bolstered me by
Come
saying I
on,
write a
no
good one.
Fighting in the ranks.
You do. I actually just sent a student
Sorry for making a scene.
who is
You
doing
alright?
dissertation stuff now. Like I was like, look at Dana Plank's
Thanks.
dissertation.
Oh my
didn't
god.
have to do
And
that.
after we were saying
Just
like we shouldn't
felt
have
like stepping
standalone
in.
lit review
worry
chapters, and then
about
I was like,
it.
yeah,
Well,
and I
see you
have
around.
3.
You're like,
try not to
my
take
whole
it. Ass.
dissertation.
Don't make my job
I
any
don't want them at
harder.
all. I'm a radical in this
These
way.
days,
I
most
wonder
come with their own magna crystals.
Destroy the lit
So with
review.
practice, it's not the
In a
sort of thing
dissertation,
you
I
can
mean,
master in a day.
specifically.
For now, newbies
I like
like
standalone
you just
chapters
focus
that are
on
like,
surviving.
oh,
I love a helmet that provides no vision. Can we just talk about
not
that?
even a little slide. I guess not.
What
There's
does
a
it say? Are those slats or are those
Flat.
just black inlay?
little...
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
Oh yes, the map.
So-
Wow, that's a real
Shut up.
So
map.
Jen, does that mean like dinner is a
It's
problem?
dangerous to even chart
Dinner is a
the wilds,
problem.
But this is
Because what's the first
details.
syllable?
Or is it like, does it need the S?
Listen up, striplings.
Diss track? Oh.
My name
Listen
is
up,
Captain
fuckheads.
So dinner is always
And
a
as of this
problem.
moment, you
gotta come to my
miserable
house.
lot are under my command. I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for his
Yeah, like all of us, Dana has a lot of
But if
problems,
you
but
think
dinner's
you're
not one of
pushy
them.
security detail,
We
think
got 99
again.
problems.
First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master.
Is that
if
the
you're
one
to
thing?
survive.
Ooh, yay!
Hey.
Music
For
course,
Andrew.
that's fun. I can't wait to see a syllabus that you will
Perfect.
gratefully
That's
share with all
exactly
your
where our
colleagues.
contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep.
Yeah, I can't
because
wait to
it's
steal
the
your
last
So that I know
full
what to
night's
teach
rest
if I
you
ever have to
get.
teach a film course.
I mean, pain,
I
apparently.
mean, Hollywood Harmonies,
Pain
obviously,
and
but what else?
you notice they don't ever give their soldiers a full night's rest, so like that's good too.
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right.
If we have any
I know you
veterans
don't
in the
know what
chat,
contact
speak
looks
to
like
us
yet,
about how accurate this
but
is
he'll
to your
know you by your
experience.
sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry.
Maybe
I'll
you don't
recognize
say
him.
all this stuff out loud next to 4 other dudes, fairy lady.
Well, the charming captain is probably right.
Can everyone hear her?
We should
Like,
get-
what's her deal?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey.
They play it kind of
Like
fast
trying
and
to
wake.
loose. Like, people see her when it's convenient for the plot that people see her.
Sure.
Okay.
We're never past the generation
No,
of
I'm
using
asleep.
dis to mean
Night.
insult.
Haha.
No,
Never.
yeah.
We're never past it.
Look,
I used it when I was like teaching
I'd heard
the
about what it
Middle
was like
Ages.
in the capital, but still, when you hear and see
Yeah,
all
diss
this
track is
prejudice out in the
very-
open, it's a lot.
It is across all
You
times,
okay?
including the year
just
785
how it
or wherever
is.
the hell.
Well, I don't think
We
that
are in this
some
game.
people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault, but these are the
Have
same
you all
kind
seen
of
the,
people who burned down your village, remember?
The Arno Danielle poem about
I'd rather not think about it.
gosh, I don't know how like R-rated this stream is. Like,
Well,
Oh,
Please go
it's
wherever
a
you were going
diss
to
track
go.
about somebody's
I'll drop
nether
it.
bits, and it's quite surprising that it's by Arno Danielle.
Excellent.
okay,
The
I
prince
will
was
go
kind
seek
to
this
you.
out.
he cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Sure,
Yeah.
I guess.
So
I'm kind of sick.
when I used
Thanks.
diss track recently, I was teaching Philippe de Vitry's Cum Statua Hugo Magister
It's what you call a
Invidiae
fantasy story, right?
from
It's a
13.
fantasy world made up by
Dimitri!
I love.
and
I was
wait,
talking
I
about
love
how it
that
was a
this
medieval diss track, a la
setting
Kendrick and
Prince
Drake, and the
has
students told me
imagined
that
the
Vitry
car.
was iconic and based. So I was like, you have successfully assimilated what you
Okay,
need to know
let's
about
see.
this track.
It says the young traveler was
Like,
amazed
I don't
by
know
the
what you
world he
call that
saw.
without the word diss track. That's
In
that's
this
what that
world,
is.
there is only
Literally
one
was.
tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal.
Emotionally satisfied people.
Yeah, emotionally satisfied people is really, really good.
Wow.
I want to go there.
Whoa. No magic.
I mean, this
No
this hot
tribal
cocoa's
conflict.
doing a little bit of
And
that labor.
equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's
Trader
strange to
Joe's,
feel
man. They
envious
know
of
what
a
they're
fictional
doing.
world. Hey, are you asleep already? Good night.
So
I do like that she mentioned how hard it would be for like a fairy to turn the page of a large, regular scale book. Funds. Anyway, sorry, Ryan.
I like when
no
people
worries.
think about scale.
Little stuff.
that.
Scale.
I
Yeah.
like the
Like,
idea that the fantasy world is reality and modernity is this imagined fictional place.
Utopia.
Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine. In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
This chance.
This chance. Sorry.
That's
been
the
reading.
murderer, right? Like as
And
a
I hope
kid.
that someday
Yes.
we can make our
To move this
kingdom
mic away
place
from
in
me.
this book. You said
I don't
it
think
was
that is
some
the
kind
murderer,
of
actually. I
fantasy
think that's the
novel,
prince who
didn't
was
you?
under those thorny vines.
Oh,
Our
okay.
lives are decided at birth by tribal purity.
Are we in
or
the
by
forest because of the
differences
flute?
that make us who we are. I don't want that
But
to be
also
the
like
world we live
the
in. The
major
elder here are
seventh,
a
major
perfect
minor
example.
sevenths.
Yeah.
If you'd not
It's a little
sheltered
chrono
me,
triggery.
I would never have survived.
And honestly, even like the
And
arpeggiation,
yet-
kind of the open space of it, that it's like
They burned your home
it's not
down.
too packed rhythmically. You know, it's not dense. It gives that like
It's
sunlight
tragic.
coming through the trees.
And
at
Can
the
we
all
wall.
talk
have
about
to
that
suffer
piano
some.
descent
Someone
on
needs to
They
fix
Burned Your Home Down?
Wow!
Yeah.
You okay?
Sorry.
Word
not that.
painting madrigals could never. Oh wait, they do all the
Don't
time.
push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that.
Oh, dude, I never hid from
But
my
I'll fight
advisor.
it.
What I
I'll
did
fight
was
to
I
the end.
distracted my advisor over text. I would
I'm a
send him
prince.
like a David Bowie
But
meme
I
or
need to be a
something,
hero.
and then
One
he wouldn't
worthy
ask
of
me
the
how the
throne.
chapter was going.
A hero?
Oh, see, my
you
advisor
can
was
meet it
actually
head
kind
on.
of
Beacon who will pierce the
notoriously
darkness
difficult
when
to
all
pin
seems
down.
lost.
I would camp near his
My
office
father
and just
told me
wait.
that.
because I knew he would have to arrive
The kingdom
eventually.
was full of legendary
And he
heroes.
could not get into his door
So I
except
can't give
through me.
In my ideal world, people can believe
Yeah, my
in their
advisor
future.
and I were like on meme
The
texting
birth doesn't matter.
familiarity, so that really
Not that I
saved me a
expect
lot
it
of
will
time.
be easy.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever had
believe
Peter's
in you.
number until I graduated, so I could like arrange to meet him for coffee at AMS
Familiar
as a
words.
peer.
When
While I
I'm
was a
down,
student, I don't think
when I
I
struggle,
ever had, nor would I have been given
you're
his
always
phone
there to
number.
help
That's
me
just
through
not
it.
really a thing.
Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me.
I got my PhD in New York City, and my advisor, like in the CUNY system, where there are all these really satellite campuses all throughout the city.
Yeah, yeah.
And my advisor taught at a school that was not on the subway, so you had to take the bus if you wanted to meet with him.
How rude.
Oh man.
That's like
He really is very
nice.
inconsiderate of him.
So this young prince has fantasy tuberculosis. That's what I'm calling this.
And we also have an awesome like gold hover seat.
I won't give up either. Trust me.
The resolve. The resolve of the fist to the chest.
Right? Now we're on this sad wagon.
Sad wagon.
Aren't we all, Ryan? Aren't we all?
Ooh, I liked the camera panning there briefly.
We love the cinematography.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to like not die of dysentery now. Is this part of the game?
That would be incredible.
Or how many
Go
of these
hunt up,
people
you
can
know.
read? Like nobody else has a book, right?
They have to like tell stories and sing at each other. What's a song from your homeland?
Until
How do we pass
arrival
the
at
time?
the northern border fort, one day remains.
Arbor's Day.
Okay, now there's the persona in that like
See.
Yeah.
that design.
Wait, is that? Sorry, I just noticed that. Those are like days of the week, like instead of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's like Arbor's Day and Metals Day, and then
Yep.
like Foods Day or something.
This
Cool.
place here.
I like the
Does it
world
mean
building.
something? Like for
Hold
like
on.
ludic stuff?
Hold on.
This type of world map gives me almost like Legends of Mana vibes.
This place
I
here.
don't know. Because like, we're not going to choose where the locations go, but I don't know, something about it feels like the Mana
This
games
place
to me.
here.
I love the watercolor.
Hey, don't forget.
Yes, I love the cloth.
Oh, and the clouds leaving the
text-
actual
the
shadow.
cloth texturing of it as well.
Yeah. It's a tapestry even.
Okay then.
Let me look at the map again.
No, we'll move on from the map.
The
I will be
carriage
merciful.
transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination.
It's Idols Day. That's my day. Give me that one.
That must be
Yeah.
like Saturday, right? Or Sunday.
The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during
But
the
my
Annex
question
War
is,
in the mountains at the
how
edge of the
precisely are we
territory.
going to have to track
Even now,
the
soldiers
progression
are
of
sent in for its
days
strategic
in the
importance
future?
to the royal
Because it's all
capital,
cutesy when I
and
have
to
one
combat the
destination
rising
to
waves
go
of
to.
monsters.
But if this thing
Fresh
opens up and it's like,
soldiers
oh, we
disembark
need
from
you to
their
arrive
coaches
back
at
to the
fort
capital
was
on
steeply
Metals
set
Day
in
and
the
don't mess
fort.
it up.
The first
That's
of
going to
Yeah.
get old fast.
uphill battles.
Yeah.
Metals Day.
The mechanism eventually seems to be that you'll have big quest objectives that you need to accomplish
Finally.
before a certain number of
Can hardly feel
days
my
run
legs.
out. And then there are various like side quests that you can do which will take up time or not, depending
Yeah.
upon how well you do with them and how important they are. So it's sort of like almost a resource managing kind of thing with the
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
Stand to, curs. You
Which is
have the honor to
not
serve
all
at the
that
command of
different from
Captain
Persona, right?
Player.
Like deciding how you're gonna spend your time.
Right.
Tactician,
But it
master
always makes
of
me the
arms.
slightest bit uncomfortable.
When I
I strongly
rank in the
prefer the model where
trenches,
time
forged
only
in the
passes
blood of my
in true
comrades.
narrative time. Side questing takes up no amount of narrative time, right?
Yeah, like in Cyberpunk 2077 when you're supposed to be like dying in 3 weeks and yet you can like go do all the things on the map.
Right. Or in Skyrim
Joe
when
did
it's
not-
like,
did
be
he
here
finish the
before
game?
tomorrow. And before
he
tomorrow
did.
means whenever the hell you feel like it.
Right. But Joe played like the most
Say,
Spartan 2077 I've ever
I'm
seen.
curious.
He was like, I don't have
What is
time
it
to
about that
romance
book that's
somebody.
captivated you so?
Yeah, I think Neil played it very similarly and then didn't like it in the end.
It was
I'm
like, if
well,
you're gonna set it up with
maybe
this
it
like
sucks.
dire timeline, then
It tells the tale
don't
of a
have it
world
also
with
be
no
open world where I
Maglarts.
can do all the things.
A peaceful one.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, pick a
world
lane,
with no
you know?
Magla arts would be better, would it?
Magla Arts.
I admit, I'm intrigued. So it's describing a better world.
I want the name of this
A
guy.
utopia,
He's clearly
perhaps.
going to be the second
I'm
character.
something of a
we get.
reader myself, but that's not
I'm
like any book
something
I've
of a
read.
reader myself.
Every blonde person
Yes.
I am skeptical of in this game specifically,
When
not
the-
outside.
when the late
Sorry.
king
Sorry
took
for
the
the blondes
throne, he
in the
was
chat.
quite the idealist himself.
Although I don't know if
Never
they're
managed to do it in the
There's
end.
some people I don't
of
know here.
course. Reform takes more than high-minded.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your
Oh yeah,
mouth
this rude
shut.
guy. I want to beat the
No
tar
one
out of
cares
him
what
still.
you
Can we
think.
do that?
Nobody
I
else
want
do.
like a smart, like
Something to say?
rich Cockney accent
on.
person in a
I'm
game
listening.
ever. I understand
fight you
what's
want,
going on
draw
here,
your
but
blood.
Didn't
tired of the
think
Queen's
you'd just
English
challenge me
being
straight
queenly.
out. You've got guts for a lesser tribesman. Well, Clamar.
It would be a
let
strong
it go
choice to
this
do
time.
like a version of
Only
Final
because
Fantasy
I
VI
like
where
your
Kafka
friend.
has a Cockney accent.
Next time,
Ooh.
keep your complaint.
That'd be excellent.
Please.
That's the last
All
thing
right,
I
voice
need.
acting games.
Though I
How do we
suppose
begin
I
with
deserved
the
it in
laugh of
part,
Cockney?
speaking ill of the dead and all. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes.
What was the
Although
game we
I'm
were
glad
doing that
Bad
had
Habit
Cockney
seems to have
rhyming
drawn us
slang in it?
together.
It was like only a month ago.
It's Dragon Quest has English and
Oh,
Cockney
Dragon
accents.
Quest. Yeah.
Yeah, there were some wild accents in Dragon Quest from what we've seen
But it
so
was
Yes.
far.
like they even the
And
rhyming slang.
Dragon
We're really
Quest
into it.
11, everybody has a hard Scottish brogue accent, which is fantastic. A
Oh,
plus.
never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
Okay,
Leon's
That's my name,
she's
bro.
learning, but you could have left off. You could have
I
just said
have
your
that
name.
right. It's got a certain weight to it. For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
Oh, that's nice. We're gonna.
By the skin of my teeth.
This is definitely like a professor who wears a t-shirt to class
Where
and
was
sits on the top of the desk,
Right.
right?
And
Call me
Yeah.
Jeff.
Turns the chair
Yeah,
around.
Oh,
yeah.
what, the Leon Stroll comment there?
Has everyone call him by his first name, even though his poor colleagues are like, please get your students in the habit of using titles, please.
Doctor or professor. We are but young women
Is that
who
a soldier?
deserve respect.
I'm of a mixed bag on that myself. In print, I am always Dr. Thompson to undergraduate students, but I don't correct if they call me Ryan. In
Hey, speak to me, man.
voice.
What happened?
Yeah.
Even if they do it in text, like if I clap back on that, then I'm a bitch. So
Yeah, in text,
I
I
do not
just
win.
always sign
Yeah.
everything Dr. Thompson.
exactly, that's all I can do and hope that they pick up on it.
Yeah.
Stay. Oh,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Occasionally,
And,
for
like-
very quick messages, it's cheers-RT.
Like in general, like I don't.
Oh, I use
It's not like I'm wounded by it. It is
I did
just
too.
more that I'm into like normalizing that for other colleagues. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just seemingly small.
Yeah.
But it matters.
It's a weird thing for me because I'm one of the only teachers in the department with a PhD.
Mhm.
And so it's weird for me to enforce the verbiage of Dr. Thompson when
Yeah,
almost
sure.
everybody else is first name because they're a master's or bachelor's degree holder only, right?
Right.
That would
Well,
make
that's
you
a normal
an
thing.
incredible
Must be
jerky,
one of
right?
the forts guard.
Yes.
Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard
My
about
middle
the
school
king's
music
death.
teacher had a master's
Anyway,
degree
to the fort.
and insisted that we
Double
refer to
time.
him as Master
I'll
Michio.
stay behind.
No.
See to the ball, boss.
Is Master
No.
what?
Well, his last name was Nuccio, so like
Oh,
you know,
okay.
he wasn't Mr. Nuccio, he was Master Nuccio.
Oh my
I have a similar
God.
story in that I had a youth orchestra conductor who earned his master's like while I was in his youth orchestra, but his last name was Bates.
You want us to go on ahead? Alone?
Nope, don't
Oh,
love
dear.
Shouldn't we
that.
at least send a team back to ask for...
So you
We
can imagine
had,
the middle schoolers had a real good time with that.
We had Dr. Henderson for calculus class in high school. And he did insist on the title.
I knew
Funny.
fear would take
My
you
Latin
with
teacher
the
had a
first
doctorate.
step.
She
Great.
was
You
Dr.
want to
A.
turn tail?
Yeah.
He was also
Are
an
you
ex-military
afraid
guy.
to
He had a hollowed-out hand grenade on his desk that said "take a number," and the ticker tape was attached to the pin.
The guard has no place for cowards.
Shock,
You
I
are
mean,
part
but
of His
you didn't call him
Majesty's
like Sergeant or something. Just Doctor, not Doctor
We're
Sergeant
warriors.
or whatever.
Right, no,
Up
just
there is
Dr.
our
Henderson.
first chance at glory. Let's go.
Damn
Dr.
it.
A was pretty great.
Well,
Everyone, like so many people at our high school took Latin because she was so good.
Hey.
It was
I've
also
got a bad
like
feeling about
they
this.
would go around like you can do
It's
better
hard
on
to
your
explain,
SATs if
but
you
it's
take
like
Latin.
there's
So there would be a lot of people
a
that would take like
stench
Latin
in
1
the
and
air,
2 just for the
and it's
SAT
getting
and then drop.
stronger.
But those
You
of
didn't
us
call
that
her
made it to
Petra?
AP, man, we were coasting. We got to read like Dirty Catullus.
The stench
you
in the
know?
air is dudes running around in armor, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, did something happen?
Yeah.
So realistic.
Wait, is that a fairy? Did you catch it
Okay,
yourself?
he can see
You
it.
catch it yourself. She's with
She's
me.
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
So you travel together?
I do like, I don't
You
see a
stayed well
see a
hidden for
fairy,
quite
just
a
like
while.
deny, deny, deny.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death.
Armchair General.
Let's
Love it.
take a moment, then head it. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
I'm not so sure.
Maybe he's an
I've never used one
ethnomusicologist
before.
just in the
Fair
early
enough.
days.
Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right.
Oh,
I swear,
armchair.
I won't let you die. I'm with you.
Armchair scholarship.
Oh, this is bad.
To be
I
fair,
just hope our
are we the modern armchair scholars because we play our games sitting down? How many of us are like, unless we're doing
Oh, wait,
VR research,
we're
how
into
many
the
of us
good
are
music again now. Hold on.
Okay,
Finally, some good music.
here we go. Actually,
lines?
I see.
And at a
Orchestral
solid hour into the game, you may get to actually fight a goblin.
Right?
this is...
It's like,
This would be fun to be in the orchestra for.
I will say the constant modality switch. Like, I don't need a cutscene here.
Yeah. Dude, I gotta charge my iPad. My rehearsal.
Okay, maybe I
I'm
do
playing
need a
viola,
cutscene if we're gonna
y'all.
fight this weird thing.
I'm playing viola for a
I
recording.
don't like
session.
all those legs.
That's
Is that too many legs for you? It's too
There's
leggy.
a little too many legs. Because we're like underneath
legs,
the
too
legs. There's a
many.
lot of There's like 4 crotches and 6 legs.
No comment there.
help the survivors.
But there's like, it's like raspberries?
Damn it.
I don't know what I just saw.
Andrew, the film scholar transplant, disagrees. All video games need cutscenes. Surprise, surprise.
But we could have an in-engine cutscene. Like, this is a good engine. It looks good. I like this, right?
This is bad.
Yeah, but
It's an egg with legs.
It is
Egg
an egg
legs.
leg.
it's coming from knowing not as much as I could know, but just enough about anime. Like, it's selling the isekai bits.
What do you think?
Also, that egg creature is amazing. We were just talking about freezing these.
Yeah. Oh, it like
Take care
popped
of
out
it,
to
please.
yell and then like went back inside.
It's not quite ready. Relatable.
Things will be fine.
What? For real.
Here we go.
It has an
battle
arrow through it too.
Don't let your
That
guard
can't be
down.
comfortable.
Yeah, I don't want
Those
to
are some
fight it.
beefy legs.
Burn to us!
Here we go.
So check out this fight design.
The UI design is always impeccable in the Atlas games.
Let's go.
This solo is incredible.
Let's catch our breath.
And can we talk about this amazing chant for the combat music as well?
Yeah. What incredible character, first of all, but like, it wasn't vibrato. Like, I don't know enough about vocals, but like, I don't know. There was a vocal flexibility there that was really neat.
Yeah. I'll pay more attention next time.
Buddhist chant auctioneer. I already labeled this 2 days ago. Because I'm
Also,
stupid
I
and
don't know
what
what
it
we
is.
fought, by the way, but I promise you, it was not a human. In fact,
Wait.
I like how they did
That sounds like the Atari games
Like, are you okay?
trying to avoid like violence claims by being like, "You're fighting a monster. You're You're not fighting a person even though it's a stick figure.
Right.
Death race, anyone?
Come on! Good one! Okay.
Hitting
Let's give this all we've got.
committing vehicular homicide against monsters.
I'll give it my all. That's not what he said.
The power of... Not done yet.
All right!
Try some of this!
Try some of this. That's great.
The next one will
I'm gonna
fall
listen
just
for
as
just a
easy.
moment here. It's not quite a Sprechstimme situation.
Yes.
But it's adjacent to that in terms of the performance style. I'm serious though.
And that's what's giving it that like animated character, you're saying?
The way you said that.
I was being earnest. I don't know what you want from me, Julian.
I don't know. No, I know what you mean though. I know what you mean,
Like,
Ernest.
it's a half-spoken delivery, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's like 50% Lin-Manuel Miranda and 50% the guy from the beginning of Conan who's like, in those days before the oceans consumed Atlantis, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent. No notes.
I'll strive for greater heights.
Apparently this is in Esperanto, is that true? Says this person, this one. That is amazing. It is a priest. There's too many ads in every single one of these links.
This is a fun track.
Happy.
We made short work of them. If it's useful, I say grab it.
Oh, it's an original language inspired by Esperanto.
This is bad.
Still con
This battle's out.
Hilarious. Like,
derivative conlang.
so hilarious already.
Isn't Esperanto already an original language inspired by Esperanto?
Right. I don't know what we're talking about here. Finding a right voice for the job
like we're
wasn't
safe for
easy. I was
now.
looking for a specific type of voice that could sustain a fast rhythm while reading Esperanto-inspired scripture, the composer said. He went to YouTube and found a monk named Keisuke Honryo. And then in this group that combines jazz with the recitation of traditional Buddhist sutras.
Oh, cool.
And then so he got him to do this pseudo-Esperanto.
That's awesome.
It's a Japanese
Equally awesome is the narrative. Did we all catch this?
inspired by another invented language.
We came across this guy who was previously dying soldier, and he said, "I'd rather die than be touched by you." And we just let the dude die.
And it's like,
Like, okay,
Now,
bitch. Like,
that's a great follow-up to the conversation about like the naming of NPCs changing. Fading Soldier. Uh-oh.
Yeah, see, this one's trying to warn you away.
This game is like, some people are racist,
Wow.
but some are not.
right.
That is a take in the chat.
Hey.
I'm impressed.
Wait, taking the chat.
Yeah, you get more, objectively
Metaphor
more
are
powerful
like
the more you
most
look
modern
like a
RPG
twink.
JRPGs fulfills two fundamental Japanese national fantasies. One, saying everything that crosses your mind out loud. Two, you get more objectively powerful the more you look like a twink.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a paper in that.
I can't get over, incidentally, the human.
Yeah.
Eggleg is not human.
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry. I have to like stand up on this hill and point out that I'm being gaslit by my game right now.
Can you like
So
tell
if
that
you-
to politicians? That's, sorry. Okay.
I get it now.
If you go into like the menus, there's a little sort of like encyclopedia of world knowledge that you can start reading. And there's this very elaborate like system of all of the different races, the Elda and everything else, right? So like the humans being the monsters is clearly meant to in some way interact with that. But
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hurry.
but you're right, like it's kind of dumb.
Hold on, I want to see
So,
if we wait for the egg leg to walk by. Can we see?
Egg-legged.
Subtext.
Something interesting that the composer said in this interview was, quote, I've always considered game scores to be similar to UI elements, constructs that exist solely to service the player. Discuss. What is other stuff servicing, by the way?
The power of fire!
The aesthetic desires of the creators, for instance.
So why would the music not do that?
That I don't know.
This really like inspires me.
I love that as a combat track.
Freaking Carl Orff second that we get.
Very Carmina Burana, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking that like at the very beginning when the choir came in, I was like, Carmina Burana. I got distracted and didn't say it.
Just teeth that have cavities. I missed it.
Yeah, it looked like a living tooth.
Partially rotten teeth.
My
Let's
dentist
stash that
is so
somewhere
cool.
safe.
He lives in my neighborhood and he collects pinball machines.
That feels like a very dentisty thing. That is cool though.
Why is that a? You know what? I don't even know.
I don't know either. I just feel it.
Also, that's one of the nights. Maybe the Friday. I'm trying to like plan out what I'm gonna do with friends. I want to try to get people to go to the pinball bar with me for Nakfagun. The pinball bar is super cool. I want Neil Lerner to come and school us all on all of them.
Hey.
Well, it sounds like we might get to meet your dentist, so. You know.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he hangs out there. Maybe he has all the ones that they have.
Maybe he and the person who like runs the pinball bar are the two people who bid on every like pinball machine on auction, and they cannot stand each other.
Yeah. As far as I know, Neil has never bought a pinball machine. But I believe, I mean, his keynote was working toward a book, right? Like, we're pretty sure that's going to be a book.
I thought he said that, or maybe I just like think that.
I'm pretty sure, and I'm waiting for it. So hard. I'll review it myself for my own journal.
Do I need to? Is there any of this stuff I can equip? It looks like it's already done for me, actually.
Andrew, I don't think I'm afraid of knees though. I think it has to be the whole leg. I think if I just saw a knee, I wouldn't have a phobia of it. So.
Yep.
That's wild. Genuflex. Okay, sorry. I need the mic to move.
Okay, not a hoagie without fresh bread, oil, and vinegar.
Ultima. Yeah, you're right. It isn't.
Damn.
All right.
Such tremendous power.
It's horrible. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
We can't let it get away with this. We have to hold it off somehow.
I suggest you cut off the legs.
Yeah, me too.
Damn humans. It was all because of them.
We'll just have to make it work.
I won't hold back! Burn!
It is cool that genuflex
One.
is a phobia. Like I stopped what I.
I've got to be supposed to lose this. There's no way.
I hate when you think you're supposed to lose and you're like you weren't. It's like one of the games.
What's going on? It didn't even flinch.
Damn it all!
Yeah, I don't know if Patrick was there.
There's an option in the corner I'm very curious about that says turn back the clock. I am imagining this is a tutorial where I'm about to do that.
How is it this strong? I'll distract it.
Prince is my
You two
best
run.
friend. Wow, that's
What?
Above all else,
lonely.
I am a noble, and a noble defends his people, no matter the cost. Farewell.
Yeah.
If you
they
would
do?
repay me,
It's cool.
then live.
Cool that you think that.
wasn't enough.
But like the raspberry undercarriage, I still kind of don't get it.
Don't be a fool. Just run for it.
Raspberry Undercarriage is a terrible band name.
It's actually the right band name.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that was a psychedelic rock band.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a power.
Strawberry Alarm Clock, Raspberry Undercarriage.
Thy fate is crown-twined, thy soul bound for the throne. The future yet unknown dawns in this moment.
Dawns.
Thy path may fork, but only one may be chosen. Confront the threat before thee, or die here in obscurity. Now choose.
I choose.
I choose die in obscurity.
So be it.
It's like, is this a trick question of some kind? Because it seems like a really easy question.
Right? Please to die of old age in relative obscurity.
Power awaits
right?
thy command. The time is come to awaken the
Have $1 billion.
hero within.
I
Engrave
choose to
thy
be
very
popular.
heart.
Engrave thy very heart. Ooh. All right.
Oh.
We're taking it literal.
This is
Yep.
too
Okay.
anime, everybody.
Oh, it's like a cyborg heart. Okay. Let's grab it. All right. I mean,
Literally,
should I be
he has
surprised?
ascended, right? Like,
Wow.
Like, I think it's a microphone.
Oh my gosh. What?
In a game, like, in a...
Or I guess maybe at regular time, I don't know.
This is intense. But then again, in the Persona series, they, like,
right, this is the
gun
equivalent of
themselves to the
summoning your
head to take
persona
on
for the first
personas.
time.
So,
Yeah.
should I be shocked? No. Does he have to pull his heart out every time he does this, though?
Like,
Because then it gets interesting.
like a twink. I was gonna say he's not a Twinkie anymore.
What the heck is going
'Cause
on?
I can't just say twink. Archetype kill. Homo Orleo.
That did the trick.
Oh, that's like human but not. Okay. Oh, so you can go back to flesh body.
This is just like playing anime trope bingo, isn't
They
it?
could get you with
This
this.
is a little at this point.
Where's
You
the
okay?
Tsundere?
If we don't push back, we're dead.
We're not there yet? Do we get one?
Looks like it mainly
Okay.
attacks with the head wings and blade feet. We can turn
Blade
it
feet.
home.
Ow! Ooh, leg. Kill the leg.
And stay on it.
I've been reading a lot about like Japanese stuff and like anime tropes lately, so that's why I'm like on this tear tonight.
You hit their weakness.
Let's stay
A
calm.
wine merchant named Italica.
Seeker!
Oh yeah.
I
no, that's
decided,
more accurate than the chicken etymology I was going
Wind!
with, but that's more gallo.
We've gotta hit the other
I was
side,
getting
too.
beaten down by constant illness in this household, which anyone with a kid has been dealing
I
with
love
lately.
the apple eat-up.
What?
But also, I was like, I'm doom scrolling too much, so I decided, like, it was kind of lining up with, like, Lent starting. I was like, oh, that seems like a good season to, like, cleanse a little bit. So I'm replacing doom scrolling with, like, reading things for research. And boy, is my life getting better just doing that. Can recommend. Nice. It's like, you know, I had my, like, list of things that I wanted to be reading for various projects.
Vitus
and
power.
I'm actually doing it right now.
Still up.
I reread Just Vibrations, like, closely this time, because I read it when it came out. But I was like, oh, I don't have anything in particular that I was, like, researching with it, so I just kind of, like,
We don't
read it
take out those
quickly. And
you know,
this time I, like, took my time and I loved it. It was so good.
Is this like a help mode?
Have
I
Gallica
think
knocked
that
down
this
her
is
own.
just like. Do you want to make this first boss fight a little bit easier?
Understood.
Yeah.
Now it can't heal itself
Down
anymore.
apples. I
Don't
love
waste
it.
your chance. Get
Apples
in there.
fight raspberries.
Seeker!
Just taking note. I mean, an apple would crush a raspberry, so I think that's fair in, like, rock, paper, scissors logic.
Yeah.
What like beats the apple though in the fruit game?
Beats it?
Yeah.
Like, as a, in what way?
Well, if apple beats raspberry, because she's dropping apples on the raspberry.
On the raspberry front.
So what?
Oh yeah. So like rock paper scissors see. Okay.
What can a raspberry beat that could beat an apple? We need to finish the triangle here. Watermelon, but how would the raspberry beat the watermelon? That's the
For
thing.
some
You
reason,
gotta
I
connect
also
it
thought
back.
watermelon, and I don't know. I think it's just like so significantly different from the other two. But I don't think raspberry can beat watermelon.
I feel like the thing a raspberry can beat is like a white pair of pants.
Right.
But then how would the white pair of pants beat the apple?
So like,
I mean, I guess if we move outside a purely fruit-based system, anything can beat watermelon. Well, then it can't beat apple, Andrew. You've ruined your own system. Okay, if we move outside of it and we get a little more abstract, maybe the raspberry could fight a PC. Because it would mess it
Raspberry Pi.
A wish
And then the
from
PC
which
fights
my
the
strength
apple.
is drawn. Since time immemorial,
And
those we
outcomputes
call
the apple.
heroes have earned the title through this order.
All right.
What thou
Is our
hast
dude
awakened,
dead, or is he
thou
like
wouldst
still
change
alive?
the world by thy...
What? And you had a metal heart, and your whole
I like that.
that troll guy is still alive.
Good.
I'll be damned. Someone actually survived.
That voice. Grius! Oh, thank goodness you're alive!
Gallica, you made it.
Are you gonna get Scottish?
He's our man on the inside. The one I'm delivering the message to.
He's badly hurt. You, boy, lend me your shoulder. We'll need to carry him. The smell of blood will draw out the beasts. Let's not hang
legs.
about.
Convenient berries
lad's out
covering
cold,
the multiple
But
crotches.
he'll live. We should be fine if we take a moment's rest
Raspberry
here.
Pi, there's raspberry
Oh,
crotch.
you're a sight for sore eyes, Grius. Just wish it were under better circumstances.
If only he had a raspberry
We're both
beret to go with
alive.
it. And then his
You
music
can't ask
sounded
for
like
much
Prince.
better in these parts.
That would make my day.
So, this is our newcomer, eh?
It's like nothing I've ever...
I might. For now, the mission comes first.
I love his accent.
Great.
He's great.
I'd better just get straight to the message. Grius, you have a new mission. Avenge the king. And kill Luis Guillaburn.
Well, good. It's about damn time. Those scheming nobles haven't said so publicly, but every soldier knows it was nothing natural that killed the king. Damn that
Good. I'm
Luis.
glad that like people
Couldn't
have
stop at
figured
one
this out,
royal, could
actually.
he?
Wait, there's more. The prince is getting worse. I brought a treasure from the village. They called it a farsight mirror.
His Highness won't last much longer. Those thorns are thick enough to claim him.
Luis cast the curse, so killing him is the only way to lift it. If we wait any longer, they're just gonna crown a new king.
They generally do crown new kings after the other one's dead.
I don't need to be caught up. I
Pretty
can read.
quickly.
Whatever.
Can someone ease me out here?
About 15 years ago, a child enlisted in the army. But it wasn't his age that had people talking. It was Luis Guillaburn, a prodigal
This guy, yep.
tactician and a master of magla arts.
Until he...
That night, when the prince's quarters were breached, it was no order, but the son's death wasn't enough for him. Now he's got...
But when we were exploring the royal capital, there were a lot more Luis supporters than I expected.
Luis is cunning. He left no evidence. Accuse him as you will, the allegations wouldn't stick. All they could do was send him as far away as possible. Plenty of soldiers never believed the charges in the first place. Most think the Royal Army was at its best when he was in charge. And in truth,
I'm
it's
having
hard
too
to
much fun with
deny.
chat.
Without him, we'd never have crushed the rebel uprising so quickly. Damn the man. But he's earned his titles. He's mastered the blade, magic, and he's clearly...
If even you're that worried about him.
Grius seems to have slightly
That's
a crush.
a hell of a
on me.
mission.
Right.
So that's your game, eh? Pretend to sleep, eavesdrop on the plan.
If you want my blood, then let your blade strike true. I'm not going to run. Not from you, and not from a chance to do what's right.
Look, Grius, he saved our lives back there.
Then answer me this. The boy's all but a stranger to you, yet you risk your life to save him. Why?
You know, if you
I would
were
live,
observing us
fight,
from
and
far
die
enough away
a
to
noble
know that,
soul.
you could have helped in the combat.
To have done otherwise
Loser.
Yeah.
would betray my
I
title,
know.
to say nothing of my
Thanks
heart.
a lot.
I'm losing. Make
Although
me
his
regret
reaction might
this.
be, did you see how many legs that thing had?
You'll let him help us?
Right then.
That would stop me from coming
As far
close.
as the rest of the world's concerned, you perished in that castle.
Be like, dude,
You'll
is
find
that
the job ahead
contagious?
will be easier for a dead man. Your lives are kept only by the blades in your hands.
We have to.
You know, this is only a 7 of 10 quest here, so
Yeah.
I love that.
Luis will also be at the royal funeral. But no main roads. That'll mean checkpoints and questions. We're bound for a different route. We'll cut through the
Oh, what a
abandoned mine
good
up ahead to
accent.
save us going the long way round.
Grius, you're my
For
favorite.
tonight, see to your wounds. We'll leave at first light. I'm counting on you.
Feels like the mission is
Can
finally
we just
starting.
transform into the giant
Let's set up our
neck-looking
camp then.
thing with the healing spell again and patch us up? Because that seems like
Yeah.
the
No.
plan.
We should finally be able to get some
New
rest.
track?
This your first
There's
deployment,
a new
boy.
track.
Thank your lucky stars you survived a brush with a human.
What the hell was that? It was like no beast.
Let me
I've ever
point out
seen.
that we are combining
No one
pizzicato
truly
low
knows.
strings
They're
with
protected
arco
by
high strings,
Magla,
and it creates
so
a
even
real
the
neat
sharpest
sound.
steel does little good against them.
Mm.
They're no simple beast. All we do know
It's giving
is
campfire
with
and
every passing year,
forest.
more of their kind tear travelers apart.
Is it different? It's different than
That
the
was why
earlier
I was
one?
first sent undercover here.
I don't know. I'm just paying
Investigating.
attention.
And? Did you learn anything?
It gives a
Simmer
floating
down,
sensation,
boy.
and the
There
triple
wasn't a
meter
damn thing to be found
helps
on
with
those
that too.
monsters.
Yeah.
Well, the moon's still low. If you've any other
I want to hear about the
with numbers like this, a head-on assault, Kingslayer or no, to the people, he's the only. The man's practically a monster himself.
And
The camera is
Just
also
have
just
to
like
blend in
Symmetrical play
with
right
crowds
there,
at the
too.
funeral.
Yeah, the camera's a little
I would
shaky,
abide him
but not in an
surviving the
unpleasant way.
ceremony. He will die
feels
by
handheld,
my
yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
It's just the office.
Yeah, even in this moment, it's still that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting framing. Think about like a slightly
It is like a handheld camera, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I really like. I feel like so often you hear upper string pits with lower string arc. I don't know, actually. I liked the combo with the low string.
I
pizzicato
enjoyed that,
and
yeah.
And the
I
upper
agree,
string
it
arco.
feels distinct.
I feel, yeah, it gave it like a real neat sound. But there was that in that like end before the loop, it had that like cool, like we're not hitting the downbeats anymore. Like there was like, ooh, we're hitting a beat too. And like it kind of destabilized you metrically, like right before the turn back to the loop. That was pretty cool.
I couldn't sleep either if
gotta
there was a
keep yourself
fairy next to
rested
me
to be at your
talking.
best.
My god, shut up.
Hey, listen!
I'm not all that tired.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I wanted to tell you, though. When the human attacked, it told me my duty would be to guide you. I mean, I haven't exactly been much of a guide so far.
Whatever you did, fine.
I never expected it would be this dangerous. And it feels kind of like it's my fault.
It's not your...
No,
You
oh,
say
get a
that,
therapist.
Look,
Right?
I can't... You've got something special, you know.
It's
I wonder
75.
how often
Oh,
just
hey,
be a jerk
you know what insomnia
dialogue
is good
option
for?
never gets picked.
Catching up on reading.
Should I have chosen it is kind of your fault?
If only our lives were anything like the world in your novel. It's just war
I
after
read in
war
a
here.
developer interview somewhere
With Magla arts
that
fueling
the
the flames,
renegade
but
options
it's a nice
in the Mass
fantasy.
Effect trilogy,
Enjoy it while
which
you
is
can.
the bad / misbehaving / arrogant, brash,
Good night.
bad set of options,
Uh-huh.
less than 20% of players pick them.
Oh. We
Well,
love a
hello.
cool immediate relationship chordal
Nice
change.
to meet you.
Ooh,
I've
that
been
sounded
waiting.
smart. That's like something Frank Lehman would say.
It is, because he does a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, he actually does that type of work.
He actually does that, a lot of that.
I liked the weird chords with
You truly are an intriguing
the multimodal reference for me, because how can you not think of Da Vinci when you see that statue?
Legs, you're right.
In the moments where your
It's less
heart is
bad
most
here because it's
gripped
not
by
like
the book,
moving meat
I can
sacks.
reach out to you.
But it's not
My
like
name is
it has
Moore,
too many legs.
and I am
I
the
see that
humble
as
author of the
multiple
novel.
positions in motion,
Like,
like
yeah,
the
multiple
Vitruvian Man,
positions
right?
of legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite something, isn't it? A hall of wisdom.
So this is a figure with two
purpose-built
arms
for
and
the
two legs.
research
It's just
of
in
I call it
multiple
I
positions.
knew you were gonna know exactly what it was, Andrew.
Alas, it's as much a prison as it is a library. His most merciful majesty saw fit to lock me in this place. It has me a bit addled, honestly.
You saw that this is called Academica, right?
Yes, I
where
did.
in the kingdom my study actually lies.
As much a
I never
prison as a
imagined
library.
My voice would reach beyond these
There a
walls.
fucking boy child singing?
Until you
Boy
appeared.
child, like a
So-
boy
child. Voice suppress, like.
Actually,
like
I like the timbre and I like the vocalist delivery here, for what it's worth.
Oh, I don't think it's bad. You just never hear that in a game.
What kind of alliance?
There must be
It's
more
very
you wish to know.
filmic.
For instance, the nature of this fascinating power.
Oh, what?
I love a voice-heavy soundtrack.
Found a way to reach
This is giving like Home Alone. What's going on?
petty conflict
like just
more
not
than
Home Alone, but like Christmas.
You can even
Boy
change
child.
your appearance using the raw matter within. It is above all a mystic, long-hidden art.
Archetype?
A spirit of heroic virtue. A transformative
His head
power
is in the
that
crotch.
manifests
I was
only
just
in
about to
those
talk about
who embody
the framing of
heroes
the
and
lighting
kings
of
old.
this
In
guy
some
in
core
front of the
aspect,
crotch of
heroes
the
of
statue.
antiquity
a
are
lot.
often depicted as
This-
near
this is,
mythic
like, on
figure.
purpose.
However, none of my records describe anyone wielding such power as freely as you. Perhaps you are meant for not just proficiency, but mastery.
This has
In
been
their
said to no
truest
graduate
form,
student ever.
archetypes represent the power of a true hero. Indulge me this request. I shall gladly provide you knowledge and assistance to master your newfound power. So what's...
Okay.
Now the thing is, like, based on every movie I've ever seen, this is clearly the devil, right?
The scholar in search of utopia.
We're not at a crossroads with our
Within
guitar,
him
though.
I
dwells
don't
the
like that
virtue
his
of
name
the
is not
seeker.
Moray,
Nurture
or
thy
some.
bond with
It's
him,
more.
and a
The
new
need of
bond
academia, the
slumbering
pressure
within
of
thee
publishing.
may awaken.
More. Right?
Can't go to bed. Is that like Galadriel? What do we know who the mysterious
Now
voice
let's see
is?
what manner of story you'll weave.
Like, do we have a sense and like the narrative? The ooh. Wait.
Wait, do I get both of these? I'm assuming.
Oh, someone knows their fucking shit in the chat.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Maybe this is where the leg monster comes from. It's Da Vincian. It's not a Bosch, Hieronymus Bosch. It's Da Vinci. Vitruvian
Right.
Man.
10
In an
minutes
egg.
ago.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
It's still gross.
We'll meet
Yeah,
again.
Thomas More in Search of Utopia is absolutely the smart person's take on this. Pat's the smart person. in
The
the
royal
audience.
funeral draws ever closer. 5 days
The
remain.
Princess read Utopia.
I'm a little stem braining today too. But don't give me a math problem. I can't do that either.
Thomas More is
Already
not a
then?
Bishonen demon.
From here on, we travel in secret.
Oh no.
If we're to get back into the
Let's
capital,
look at what he looked
we'll
like.
have to do it undetected. So we'll cut through the forest, find...
You know, I mean,
Lad, you'll be our vanguard. It'll be a trial by fire, but the sooner you get used to that power, the better.
Speaking of,
Not much. Just what I've picked up from sounded like superstition to me. Never thought it'd come back to haunt me.
Huh.
Don't forget.
I'm aware.
Yes, Right.
Yes, let's look at the map.
this place.
That being the case,
All right.
Let's see.
Hold on. This place here.
Let's see.
This place here.
So, I have a question just procedurally here. Can I, in theory, go here and waste time? That doesn't seem like the right thing.
This place here.
We won't do it here.
Don't let your guard down. Good.
The Nord Mines, located northwest of Grand Trad, its proximity to the capital simplified crystal excavation. But the Sanctus Church's sudden proclamation of closure
Now,
stopped
this
work in its
feels like
tracks.
map
Exiting
music
the forest,
to me.
The party continues along the wooded road leading to the derelict mine.
Wait, we do?
Oh man,
Are you gonna get pizza rolls, Julia? No, I want pizza rolls.
Yeah, send Neil over this direction,
All I
please.
have are all dressed chips, which are still pretty good, but...
That's still pretty damn good. I don't have any ruffles. I hate them all.
I have the best
Yeah, because
snack
they were
right
like
here.
expensive where you
Pretzels.
were. They were like $5.99 or something.
Pretzels are also solid. I would choose this. Yeah, they're $5.99.
That's a lot.
What
I don't
happened?
think I spent that on these.
To be fair, it's Publix. They're always very expensive, and they did a buy one get one situation with it.
Nice.
Yeah, Totino's pizza rolls. I mean, you can buy generic pizza rolls, but why would you? Totino's, like, they're not a high quality food to begin with, so you don't want to go more generic than Totino's.
You eat one, and you're like, yeah, this is shit, and you just eat 20,000 more.
Have you ever seen or followed Claire Sappitz, who used to work at Bon Appetit, and try to like reverse engineer mass-produced foods? And she does an episode where she tries to make a homemade pizza roll, and it's hilarious. I mean, the whole series is hilarious because like there's things you can't just do
we're safe here.
if you don't have the industrial production methods.
Stop!
Yeah.
I think my cat's trying to visit.
Bonjour.
Say hi to everybody.
Got it?
We are constantly boss battling.
Okay, blue, yellow, red. We can do this.
All right, everybody, say hi, Millie.
Hi, Millie. Hi, Millie.
All right.
Nice. Hi, Millie.
We got this.
Okay, this is really fun, actually. I love this system.
Just a bunch of weak ones. We should be fine.
Squad, 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 squad.
How's that?
It has a title, but it is
How's that?
Claire Sappitz trying to like reverse it.
Yeah.
I'll link it.
That absolutely rules. This is the system every JRPG needs to adopt.
All right.
Once you're over leveled against an enemy, you can just whip them aside. That rules.
Well done.
So yeah, this
Got
is
it.
the pizza roll. It's pastry chef attempts to make because she's trained as a pastry chef. And they did a whole series when she was still at Bon Appetit where they would like just give her very like Doritos, and she had to try to reverse engineer like the flavor powder. She's like, the tortilla chips are actually not that hard, but figuring out the powder flavoring was like very hard to do.
Yeah.
They're interesting because she like has to like use every tool at her disposal to figure this stuff out.
That is actually cool.
But the pizza rolls one was interesting because the filling it has to be almost like dehydrated a little bit. It can't be too wet. Because they have a hard enough time staying together as it is.
Oh.
This could be so I have to like really think about like the texture of the filling.
Yeah.
How's that possible, Andrew?
Wish we
I
knew
feel
their
like-
affinities.
What?
Surprisingly internet savvy to not know that.
Go on, finish the
That
job.
is lovely.
Try hard.
Oh, I'm.
Wait, of all things to not know.
I'll be getting a
I
head
love
start.
that.
I'm sorry that we ruined that for you. A single Dorito has more nacho flavor than a medieval peasant would have
Even
tasted
easier than
in his whole
expected.
life. It's true.
Hopefully that's the last of them for a while.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna lose working time to this game, unfortunately. This combat system is like
I watch a lot of social media and Anthony Dennis. Like, I'm also obsessed with Sola El Whaley, like, everything that she does. She does a thing with the New York Times called Mystery Menu, where her and her husband, who met in culinary school, will be given, like, Iron Chef style an ingredient, and they have to make, like, a multi-course meal in an hour based on the ingredient. It's very good.
And these are all little Rico guys.
Okay.
Keep an eye out.
Kat's decided she's not going to stay.
Let's push through!
It's plenty of work.
Well done. If you see use for it, I say take it with you.
Come on! Let's give them a fight! Let's take them away!
This is our chance.
Still up?
Take this to me!
Pass this hand.
A tough one.
One remains.
Three split one. Yikes! Here comes the counter.
Still here?
Take this!
I like that lift in the voice. I
Not
can't
sure
do it,
I've survived
but
this long.
I love it.
I think that's all of them.
What is it?
That is true.
But
Pardon?
Nope, got plenty of that nonsense.
Thank you.
Alright, whatever, don't need it.
Thesaurus.
Did
Our
he
usual
say, oh
tactics should
fuck,
work.
they saw
let's do
us?
this.
I don't think so, but I'll accept it.
Won't hold back!
I want him to have said that, actually.
Let's
That
finish
one's
this!
down.
Take this!
Headcanon is powerful anyway.
Only two enemies left. Stay sharp.
Scour! Last one!
They're down. I knew you had them.
So fast.
You hate to see it.
Unscathed drop.
I feel stronger.
Yeah, that moment. You gotta wait for that every time.
Whoop.
We made short work of them. Looks like they found us.
I don't know if I'd call Rule 34 something that's in society. Ooh, thank you.
Could be useful.
I have pizza rolls.
Hey,
Oh, I'm gonna kill myself.
How's that?
Thank you.
Cat?
They're molten, they'll trick you.
Yeah, I'm about to burn that now, but that's the price to pay.
This battle's ours.
This
Let's go!
I've always been impressed with Atlas Games' use of vocals in battle themes, right? Like, the Persona games.
Yep.
Last surprise, like, you'd think it would get so old.
Can't get here. Let's
Maybe
move.
it does, I don't know.
Do we also think it's because there's so much vocal, sound
I
effects
think that's all of them.
from the characters in the front of the mix, such
But it
that
doesn't stand out.
that it does, it helps it actually
Let's give
to
'em a
receive.
fight.
Let's settle this quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I do also appreciate that it is mixed low in the mix. I wouldn't want the chant to be forefront. That'd get old fast.
It leaves you wanting more, because you, like, it's so entertaining you want it more forward, but if it were, you wouldn't like it as much.
It's super risky though. In a game that presumably takes many hours.
It's a very big swing. I will note that if you're plowing through battles, like I had to sit at the menu to hear the voice here. So if you're just clicking
Don't
through,
get too
you
relaxed.
don't get the voice.
These monsters are relentless.
Hold on.
What's really aggravating about this is I just bought Visions of Mana, which is absolutely a B-tier franchise game with a much lower budget, and therefore you have to temper your expectations significantly. But it's gonna feel like shit after playing this.
Which is the one that has the dioramas?
That's the Sakaguchi one, Fantasian.
That looked cool. Just like
I played it on phone because I have it free there.
It appears we must do this.
I've never fought soldiers.
But it's also very clearly a phone.
But I won't waver.
This is a new track.
Grown boss fight.
What is that?
Never seen anything like it.
That's not an igniter.
All the anime is
Take
making me
this.
want to pick back up. We still haven't finished Attack on Titan.
Get ready.
We're in the final season, we just didn't finish it yet.
Shite.
Ooh.
What's that? I think
can
something's
take it.
coming! Watch out!
Tougher than I thought.
Let's do this. Here they come.
Seeker!
Take this. Finish the job. Got no mercy for. Hold still. Blast. It's our turn now. Shite.
What's that?
Bracing!
I think something's
Take
coming!
this.
Watch out!
Got no mercy for you. Blast.
Falling back.
Forward.
Forward!
Blast.
Still standing.
I will admit I have mixed feelings about not being able to specifically control the other characters.
What do you do with them? Do you program them? Like, how does... I'm not paying a lot of attention to them.
Let's hurry.
Oh,
Mechanic?
they just automatically do shit, which is fine.
Okay.
Eventually, you'll get control over them. They kind of like hang a lampshade on it. There's they're sort of like, you seem to have your head on your shoulders. I pledge my sword to you, and then you get to control it.
I figured I would eventually get control.
Hello.
This track slaps.
What is it?
We love some microtonal stuff.
These come.
It feels like the composer paid attention to like the middle parts of Carmina Burana that most people don't know about.
Right.
Now then. Now then. Now then.
I really appreciate consider selling it in the blue text to like free me to sell it, because God forbid you need this apple from the very beginning of the game to get the ultimate weapon upgrades somewhere. Thanks, Kingdom Hearts. Alright.
Now then.
Yeah. I know. We're all a little traumatized by stuff like that.
I'm actually really pissed at myself. I've been playing, I mentioned it to Jordan before we all got on stream, I've been playing a lot of Diablo 4, and I accidentally reforged the runes I need for my big item to craft about 15 minutes before we started the call.
Oh no.
Wait a second.
I want to talk about the difference in the vocal deliveries between the female soloist and the male choir here, in terms of style, because we're putting two styles right up against one another here, soloist to choir.
Let's go.
And I like that we're doing that.
It's kind of like the battle music with the chant versus like the more standard battle music choir.
However,
Also the boy child when he came in.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of really interesting vocal things happening in this game.
Wait.
Oh. I thought this was a woman.
can't believe this.
Oh wow, I just killed them straight up.
Hi.
Damn it! This sword! I can't believe this. What are you doing?
Watch out! We've been spotted!
I'll find you.
I heard that due to the way the surround sound plays in the headphones. That rules. We love positional audio here.
Especially when it goes over Discord.
Did that work for you over Discord as well?
I'm not sure. But
Hey, I told you.
whatever, when last week we had that, right?
Yeah.
To send a message, boy.
It was very cool.
Either we...
But the only one who could know we survived.
Oh.
Stroll is
Stop
right.
right there.
There's only a limited subset of people who could even have the knowledge that we did.
Did we ever post the link? We did, right? Why am I not seeing it?
The
To what?
donation link?
Starlight?
Yeah, Starlight.
We did.
Yeah,
Hold
let's
on.
repost it. Are we there, actually?
I'll grab it again really quick, which is why the stream has paused. By the way, nothing has crashed. I'm just
Isn't that
tagging in and out.
the Starlighter stream?
It's possible I didn't have Twitch loaded up when you.
There. The link is there.
Ooh.
I appreciate it. There's a need to post it, actually, so thanks in advance to anybody who asked for it.
Yes, I agree that I don't know if I feel like it's a raga, but like
Right, it's something like
absolutely
that.
doing microtonal inflections
You were the
similarly.
only one who never
But
went
yeah,
up
like,
to the fort itself,
maybe-
after all.
But that's absolutely
You
being
couldn't have went anyone
juxtaposed
else.
against the very, like, Latin traditional choir.
Right, Carl Orff.
Would make it past a whole unit of assassins.
Yeah, we're still $5 away.
You never intended for anyone to survive.
Naturally. You heard the reports. I only put more.
We need to do the
bait
things
on
where it's like,
the
if you donate anything,
hook. I
you
wasn't
can
expecting that death.
You sent those soldiers to
force
their
us to.
deaths.
No,
Why?
we already do stuff. We already do everything.
The kingdom's guard.
Yeah, we
is
do stupid
powerless
stuff,
before
like,
humans.
all the time.
It's-
Anyway, you can't
It's
stop
all
us.
the way for free. And yeah, maybe maybe that's
someone
it.
wants
Like
the King's Guard
$5 and we
disgraced.
actually shut up.
And when the people need him most, a
Or we
savior
exclusively
rises
talk
as
about
their
the
shield.
music
Is that
for
your
like
game?
15 minutes.
Savior? Speak
That's
plain,
hard.
boy.
We need to charge more for that,
One
damn.
of Luis's
I know
men.
that's the $100 level
A
at least.
pitiful flock needs its shepherd. If a little blood is what it takes.
If
to
any of
show
our
them
regulars
real saviors,
want to pick a
then
game in the
that's
next 6 weeks, though, we've
That's
got
why
some open
those sons
schedule.
and daughters died.
So
Yeah.
For
that
your
could be an easy
savior.
reward for anybody who donates.
They aren't the first.
Anyone who gets us
The
to
sword-
$100, we're at 95.
Hey,
Well, and Jen
village?
donated, so
you refused.
that's
True,
at
it's
least
sort of
one
mean to be
request
like,
we can-
Wait, then
has
you
to be the
were
person
one
that
who...
does it at the end. But yeah,
Oh,
you
man.
could look at everyone who donated. I think,
7
right?
years ago,
Unless it's anonymous.
the first
Yeah, I
flames
think
day of
anonymous is
June,
possible.
a village in the northern hills was razed to the ground. A village called Harlia.
We got a $50
Oh,
anonymous.
yes, that might have been a name.
Aww.
Pretty good.
Then you made a fatal mistake, Klinger.
Oh my
You
gosh.
left
And the
one
anonymous has a note. It
survivor.
says, as someone whose kid was recently hospitalized, thank you for what you do. That's really
Stay back.
awesome. I don't know who that is, but
Help me!
That is
Yeah,
incredible.
lovely.
Thank you so much.
You played
Thank you,
right
Anonymous.
into our hands,
I don't know
you
when that was. Could have
And
been
best
last week.
of luck. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say a date
This
or
was the
anything.
only road without checkpoints.
I hope everything works out for real.
Do you all have Ronald McDonald houses where you are?
You're a
Like, we have one right in
disgrace to your
Cleveland,
title.
because we've got, like,
I may not
pretty
make it
good
out
children's hospitals
But
in
as
the
for
area.
you,
I used to volunteer
you're
at those in
hopeless.
high school.
Nice.
And my string quartet would go play there.
Oh, sweet. This dude's also going to ascend now. He's become so angry that he transcends himself.
to choose
I'm not yet there this semester. Students, don't try me.
whose light
Heh.
reveals the king's own path. Awaken.
what?
What the? Oh, no. I can't fail Lord Luis. Without him, I've got nothing left. You struggle in vain. I won't let you rob me of my glory. This is the way of the real world, little lordling.
You call this real? Leaders abandon their people
This
and
is
the
the
innocent
most
die by
anime
their
thing.
scorn. If that's
And I'm
the
in love
real
with it.
world, then it can die alongside you. My name is Leon Stroll de Halligan. My home and my family were taken from
Yes.
me. I am the last of my
And the
house
magical
and
music
the
spell
last of
courtesy
my
of the
noble
fairy, too.
bloodline. And in the name of my people, I will strike you down where you stand.
Good.
Like, the hearts are microphones specifically of the kind that they use at professional wrestling, right?
Right.
What is this?
Wait, he's got power like
This is
yours
totally
now?
the WWE.
Well, better show him how to
anime.
use it.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll not cave to an empty threat like that. This igniter's all I need to turn you to ash.
So he scampers off to protect himself, and his subordinates get to be his living shields.
Also, do you hear the metallic
The man
echo in
showing
his
his
voice
true
now? There's like an extra
Yeah, that's pretty
reverb there.
cool.
Filthy coward with the end
Oh,
he
that's a
deserves.
great catch.
The igniter's powerful, but it takes care and calculation to wield. If you sense
And
danger,
it's not the
steel
environment.
your
Prius
defenses
does not have it.
and endure
Right?
it.
It's unique to the transformed form.
Most out-of-pocket anime nonsense.
Face your death with honor.
Come forth, royal soul, wind!
Why do you struggle? Die!
Oh, please! Are you prepared? Hack and slash. Tougher than I thought.
Take this! Die! Die!
I call upon royal power within.
The freedom of a wanderer. By this power, scour!
Die!
I shall vanquish evil. I'll cut you down.
Come forth, royal soul! A tough
Take
one.
this! Held back too much.
This game is sincere in a way that only a 7th grader's English confession of love can be. Unless it's love is war and they never say it to each other. You're like, oh my god. You can stop wasting all of your high school years if you just admitted you liked each other. I know that's the point of the anime. I know. It's still annoying.
Stepping back.
You're barely
To the
holding
fore.
together.
Start with Diary of
Gotta
Strength.
heal up quick.
They die hard.
I don't know, Julianne, what do you think of this chorale-ish wind writing?
I love it.
Well, it's wind. It's just wind.
Finish the job.
You!
Feels pretty coochie. Everybody.
Oh, rats. I'm in a slightly worse
Yeah, when
situation.
stuff is just
than
wins, I tend to be like,
Hack and
excuse you.
slash.
But it's- I will get a plot-based heal after this. I'm calling it.
Just airbrush on the side of a van. Thanks, Jordan, for both keeping the nonsense in the chat and like actual musical questions at the same time. You are very expert.
That's why we like having you on. Good guest energy.
Are you talking about like this part with the chorale stuff? Yeah, it's giving like
I shall
Brahms'
rise to the
academic
occasion.
overture, but without like drinking game earnestness. Not drinking game, drinking song. I don't know. You could do a drinking game to
Never
Brahms.
expected a
Absolutely.
commissioned officer would end up a wild-eyed zealot.
Wait, why are we mourning this dude
How did I
musically,
do
though?
that?
Like, fuck this guy.
And without an
Yeah,
editor.
musical warning.
Proceed
Just
with the
like
victory
him?
music.
He's
Who
still
are
a
you
person,
two?
Brian.
Really?
Nope.
But a person
He's
is
the
a
enemy.
Humanity.
I'm Leon Stroll. Back there, Klinger mentioned a
I'll
village
have
that was
some
raised by a
Eldanity.
human.
I don't know what's the
They sent for help, but he abandoned them. Halia was his name.
Eldanity. Yeah.
And now I know
Oh,
what
yes.
really happened. If Luis was
We
behind
trouble
it,
that line the bus explodes.
I have my own reason to fight now. I don't want to be an ally of convenience alone, so
I miss
once more,
Chopper Keepers.
please.
I miss like shopping for them.
When you say
I see. Keeping
Just
an eye
modal
on
mixture.
you was too much
God,
trouble
where
in
we
the
going
first
with this?
place.
So you've no objections?
I like, by the way, that
What
both
say you, friend?
in-engine, in-game characters and the portraits speak and lip sync the lines.
Yeah, do the faces.
It's
You're
like there's
already
like a
one of us.
simultaneous
Yeah,
close up and like obviously the
remember this.
back of his head in this scene, right? Like as he talks, but
Now,
Yeah, Pat, it
onward.
is like speed, right? We have to keep it
The
up. Let's
proud
see how many.
noble stroll.
but yeah, that's like an
Within
extra
him
step of
dwells
animation
the
they did
virtue
not
of
have
the
to do, and they
warrior.
chose to do that
Nurture
anyway.
thy bond with him.
Nurture thy bond. New bond.
Together
That's a
we
Persona
stand.
game. Can
Oh,
we romance
wow.
him? Because that would be amazing.
Are we in the leg? I'm scared of the
We
leg.
are in
There's
the
a
leg now.
No.
This game has really uncovered some leg phobia, huh?
It's not a game, it's a gam.
What's
Ah!
Does it have something to do with that?
was good.
Now that I think about it.
Horrific.
That's very good.
Wait, what?
And
Oh
yeah,
wait,
the oxygen
another new
tent.
trope now. Hold on. Eyeballs.
Eyeballs! Jada, look away! I think it's okay now.
Yeah, we're back in academia.
As long as we're not
Hey,
playing
where are we? What just happened?
Baldur's Gate.
Surprising indeed. Somehow you find yourself here once more. And a
I hate
fairy.
that his name is Moore.
I
I'm not
thought
gonna
their
let this
kind
go.
long
That's what
extinct.
academia wants
Do
to
we
do.
yet take refuge
Moore.
in the Elden Center?
Hey, you gonna talk?
We meet again, my friend. Though
Remember when all the
admittedly
academics in the
sooner
chat
than I'd expected.
catch the
Remarkably,
reference?
another has awakened. What miracle is
the
this?
official orchestration of Japan.
Yes.
Traumatized.
That same power now stirs in your companion. Another of the mighty
Here's our
archetypes.
little boy
Do
child.
you recall our discussion earlier about how archetypes are an original form of
I
magic?
don't know how I feel about boy choir vocals as the theme of the academy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was also gonna say this vibes with specifically Roman Catholic.
More or less. Consider this. As an elder, you are an outcast of society, yes?
And
Your
I agree,
very
like, the
identity
chord
is
change to kind of sweep us along just now even is the most basic thing.
We're like,
We're
it's so cheap,
vulnerable
and
to
yet.
it. Yeah.
Embracing that anxiety, you make
For
it
real,
your
yeah.
innermost power. You find freedom. And so, the lives of those who overcome their hardships and
You know, I
embody the
think
virtues
this music
within
is
them
not
are
so much
passed down
Catholic as it is
as your
like the
broken
highest
Your
church
companion, too,
Anglican.
had his eyes open to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I
I
don't get I don't read Catholic.
I
in
actually
this.
That
agree. This is
awakening
like
is your
high
doing.
worship,
Oh, I don't
fanciness
actually
Anglican
read
church.
Catholic in the full piece.
Hey,
I
hold
read
on a
Catholic
second.
in
Who even are you?
Solo Boy
How much do you know?
singing.
Oh,
That's
I'm
it.
warning
okay,
you.
just
If
that.
you mess with him,
Just like
you're gonna
Altar
have to
Boy.
go through
Anglican
me.
Yeah, the
works
rest of
for
it,
both
You
absolutely
two
not.
share quite a
Anglican
deep
totally
connection,
fits
don't you?
both of
Well,
those.
we didn't always.
I mean, it is
But now we're partners to the
Catholic with divorce,
We're
right?
linked down to
Right,
the
right.
depths of our hearts.
Yeah, the difference is wafer thin. Not even a communion wafer, because I think they agree on that part.
Yes.
Right.
We trust each other.
But then I was
I
saying
got
Home
his
Alone,
back
so
and
who
he's got
knows?
mine. And that's all there
That
is.
was the last time.
The mystical
It's true.
fairy,
The only thing
Gallica.
Dragon Ball Z has
Within
that this game
her
does not have
dwells the
so far
virtue of the
is
mage.
screaming
Nurture
like you're
thy bond
constipated
with her,
right before
and
you
a
do the
new power
transformation.
yet slumbering
I don't know,
within
they're
thee
I'm
may
okay with
awaken.
that screaming in this game already. The ripping out the heart, right? I love
won't
this
lead you
like
astray.
new Bond thing.
That's the whole reason I'm here.
Okay,
we got
arms
a new
are-
hand
It
now.
looks like a pro-union poster, doesn't it? Like the hands grasping each other.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Yes.
Right.
Hey,
We can do it.
Do you understand what just happened?
Only thing we have to lose is
By
our
connecting with
chains.
others who have
The
found
cut
their
to the
resolve,
piano music
you
here,
awaken
like
to new
nothing
strength.
happened,
And
is
further,
tremendous.
you and all your allies may fight with the strength of any archetype in your circle.
We've seen
As
a
an
lot of
example,
archetypes
Your
tonight.
other companion, the fellow with the eye patch, He
Oh,
seems to
no.
have some training and knowledge regarding the wielding of an archetype. By his own
Of course he
account,
does.
nothing came of it. Yet if you so desire it, you
Yes,
can
I want to awaken the
true power
microphone
within you.
wrestling heart
What?
within my old geezer friend.
You mean Rias could use this power?
The nature of the seeker. No.
Let's just put him into an emotionally very tense, painful position, and he'll scream and become all-powerful also.
Now then.
Okay, Grius.
This here.
Yeah, it's B flat to G flat. Major, B flat, major, G flat, major.
Yeah.
Which is the M8M that I think that Andrew was saying in the chat. Which, if you, he is an acolyte of Scott Murphy, music theorist, who talks about Hollywood progression. M8M is a characteristic of the fantastical. So that particular chord progression you get a lot in fantastical.
All right. Well, we have a seeker and a warrior already, so I guess let's follow the tutorial and make Grius a mage, I suppose. Right?
Hoagie.
I see. This right here.
Yeah, and he'll be like an old geezer who dies, a mage. Great.
All right.
I did say B flat to G flat. Tell me what that is.
Of course.
Do the analysis. Wait, am I wrong? I think it is. B flat, G flat. Yes!
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, here we go. He awakens now too.
It is actually also the progression in Schubert's Shepherd on the Rock that I did today, literally. But I didn't talk about it as fantastical, so maybe I should bring that up next week.
What did you see?
I just was like, ooh, flat six. Ooh, cool.
I didn't
Okay,
think
bye.
I could grow anymore.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Okay, so you can rock new classes whenever you want.
Yep.
That's great. Oh wow. Okay. 8,000 is a lot of thousands. We're not going to be doing that anytime soon.
Oh yeah, that the Lydian will also.
I see.
Futuristic
app
Lydian,
space.
but like, yeah, it has
We
that.
have this. We have this. We can't.
That
replace
raised
this.
forth fantastical.
Oh, similarly, we can progress down the tree here.
The lift, right? The lift
if we just
the
have
lift of it
a
all.
shit ton of stuff, which we don't. Okay.
Yeah, this is actually Schubert. Posthumous.
That's a good kitty.
Yes, you can pet the cat. This is a good game.
This cat, you
Yes.
see.
Plateau. Not chateau.
That's a good
Oh, the cat. That's adorable.
That's a funny word for toxoplasmosis, but I'll take it.
Of course, Julianne is down.
You
on
are a
cats.
twink. You are not pregnant, living a litter box.
What a line. That's the takeaway.
That's the line of the night. I don't know what to do with that.
I can't post. I can't. I don't know if I can post it.
Oh yeah, cool. Look, that's me, the wandering old geezer in the story. I love it.
Indicated.
Hang on a second.
That's the first time
Adieu.
I thought of flat 6, flat 7, 1 being called a propaganda cadence. Can you tell us more about that? I've only heard Hollywood cadence and Mario cadence and Aeolian cadence for that.
Yeah.
I'm
used to
sorry.
that as a
I'm
victory cadence in gaming.
deleting your comment. I'm deleting your comment, musicology. I can't handle it.
You do have mod powers.
I do. I should actually go to mod mode ever. Thank you for taking care of that other thing. Spam.
I did.
Alright, blah blah blah. Oh, I don't want to do all this stuff. No. Not now. There, it's clear.
Oh, yeah?
This right here.
Strong self-infused with the study of magic. Yeah, but like, just your sun sign isn't enough.
Do make yourself at home.
You gotta do a full reading. Know what house
All
you're
right. Well, I hate to say it, we're at 11 o'clock.
You are
And we have to figure out how to save.
of power's greatest potential. After all, a hero without allies is nothing more than a lone dissenter. To save them,
I'm assuming we have to come back to
learn
this
only a
at some point.
When next you come to open my book, as long as you want.
What if we had Jordan and JRM on at the same time?
That'd be
How
cool.
much of a powerhouse would that
We
be?
could figure that out like in the summer sometime. To
Yeah,
revisit
in
the
summertime
game.
I would revisit
That'd be
this for
fun.
sure.
It was strange.
Yeah.
As if I felt something in the air.
When the living is
My
easy.
senses
It's gonna feel
sharpened.
easy to me.
What?
I think I'll have
So
at
that
least
wasn't
2
a dream.
classes, but I will
You
be
studied back at the
through
Sanctum, right?
hosting, and I will be enough into the journal to know I'm not driving it into the ground.
Awakened.
You're doing great, Dana.
But that.
Look, in all
Seems like
honesty,
it's going pretty well. We have an
barely
editor
know
meeting
more
tomorrow.
than you do. But the short version is
I had a
think
meeting with
you
the
may
press
be right.
folks last week,
Enough. And lad.
and they said I have
follow
some good
your lead now.
ideas. So
At least
Oh,
when it
here's
comes
what
to
Jordan was
how
talking
these
about, though.
skills in
The I
battle.
follow your lead now.
We haven't the luxury of time to train with.
Same here. You've cleared.
Yes, good.
We've 5 days until the funeral.
Exclamation mark, I'm surprised thing. The barb it has on the end of it.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it gives it a little like edge. Threatening.
I actually have called that the USA cadence before, Andrew. So we need to talk about this because it was on the a local radio station. Maybe Jordan has heard it, but a local radio station where they'd go USA, it'd be flat 6, flat 7, 1.
Oh.
So, patriotism, and Super Mario, and Final Fantasy, victory,
sure.
fighting, colonialism, imperialism. It's fine. Entrance to academia. Oh, get out!
Yep.
Get out here.
We can go to academia.
Run
whenever
while
we
you
want.
still can. Run. It's not all a cesspool. We have nice folks in our corner of academia.
Oh, I don't love
I like
this.
Garfield. Whoa.
This
Yeah,
is,
no, it's a joke, but
look,
I am
you can
uncomfortable
compare
about
yourself to random other people.
Ugh.
No,
I don't like.
thanks.
No.
We don't like that.
I'm an isolationist gamer. I'm no. How many systems are they gonna introduce? All of them. They're gonna have crafting and farming any minute now.
I want to know if we're going to have
And cooking.
like online help your friends out from other dimensions bullshit, like the Bravely Default games. But in any case, it
Back
is
in the
time-
Farmville days of meta, I hated where it was like, ask your friends to like do things for you. I'm like, I am not gonna play this game if I have to talk to anybody.
Right. All right, let's be done for
Like
the
my
night.
browser-based like clickable BS. No, I'm not gonna reach out to anyone. Are you kidding me? And my friend's mom would like post it on her wall all the time, like send me turnips in Farmville. And I'm
Oh,
like,
I
this
remember
is so
that year.
cringe.
Yeah, that was
This
awful.
is so cringe.
Everything. That
I
was
refuse.
an innocent time that probably led to us where we are.
Look, the important thing is that academia is a luxurious room with books and a cat where nobody bothers you and you gradually make 1,000 friends.
Yes, if only.
If only. That's interesting.
And of course, the driving force of academia is more. That's the other takeaway.
Right, I'm
Thank you, Anthony Dennis, for supporting Starlight and Jen.
Oh, nice.
And
We
our
need
anonymous
to
person.
give
That
us-
was incredible.
Yes, thank
We
you.
need to
everybody.
give you leeway. Not leeway. A
Y'all
choice.
can request things.
Yeah, and you should.
Yeah.
For now, though,
We
gonna
write them
request
down. We
that I
do.
go
We
to
put
sleep
them on
and
our
hopefully
spreadsheet.
feel better so I can have a
Poor
voice.
Ryan. Let's help Ryan feels better.
Yeah.
I just.
Oh, last thing.
I want to be healthy so I can record
don't
my own
think it
radio show next
applies.
week. Yeah.
I don't think it applies to folks here, but North American Conference on Video Game Music I'm hosting at the end of April. If you know of folks in the field that are planning to come in person, we are still not at our minimum for the hotel to like secure the conference rate. And I'm like having a panic about it. So you just encourage them to like finalize the hotel booking soon.
Yeah, let's do it now.
Soon. So that we can hit that minimum and then I can like breathe. Because I was like, oh, we set a really low limit. It'll be fine, like based on last year's numbers, and then gestures to the everything happening. I think it's been tough.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of folks are obviously going to be virtual, which is fine. But anybody that is coming, please
remind them
encourage
to book
them.
a hotel if they're going to do it.
Please encourage them.
Sooner is better for Dana's sanity.
Yeah, please.
And therefore
please.
our group back channel chats.
I've been
sanity.
I've been just like, I was stress eating granola in my kitchen at like 11:30 last night, being like, we're not gonna make it, and then we're gonna get socked with fees, and then the conference is too small to afford the covering all of the. And I was like going down these lanes. Anyway, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I do encourage like folks that are going. I've been reaching out to a few, but yeah, anybody that you know. And other than that, we are going to have fun things. I am planning stuff for virtual attendees too, so that are like unique to y'all. So that'll be fun.
Okay, wait. And I have to
it's
read
great
out loud.
papers.
I was stress eating fair trade granola in the moonlit glade behind my ivory tower.
It's not fair. I don't think it was fair trade. It was lemon bar granola from Target.
It was like,
but not since
child
the
was
DEI
singing
stuff. It's
and
actually
making
kind of old, but I opened it.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was
Jordan,
like
thank you so much
my
for hanging
old
out with us and
granola.
introducing us to this ridiculous game that is going to suck up a lot more
Thank
of
you,
my time than I
Jordan.
wanted it to. This
Yeah,
is
anytime we
fantastic.
come back to it, I hope you'll come back.
Yeah, please come back at any time for any game.
Yeah,
Thank you all so much for having me on.
We love having you as a
super
co-host.
fun. We love having you.
And look, we had you on for something that wasn't only Zelda. I know we typecast you a little bit because we love your Zelda work.
I was texting Ryan before this, like, I hope you don't expect me to have any thoughts about this one. It's just
No, just vibes.
No,
thoughts,
vibes
just
only.
go.
At this
You
point in
make-
the semester
we
until
also don't.
May, there are no
Yes.
thoughts to be had except
No
please
thoughts.
God let it be week 15. Right? That's the
Yeah.
only thought.
This is that molasses wall that I was talking about. We got to get through it.
The molasses wall.
Yeah.
There is no ivory tower. There's a molasses wall.
Yes.
Wall, actually.
Oh,
Very
Jen, I'm
sticky.
sorry for the quarter system. I really am, but it's a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's,
Cries and
it's a terrible
I-
tragedy. It's
I
inflicted
started
upon
in
me.
quarters.
Jen, you need to finish to get out of the quarter system. I got out. You need to get out. You need to
Yeah.
get out and like be happy again.
Yeah, quarters are the worst.
Have to get out.
My first year of my PhD was in quarters, and then they changed over, and I was so grateful because like a year was too much.
Yep.
I could not write a good paper in what is it, like 10 weeks or whatever. It was so like semester's over. My papers were all such nonsense.
Nope, can't do it. All right, I do need to go to bed. I'm going to shut off this stream. Good night,
Yeah.
everybody.
Night.